Greetings. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hey. Welcome back. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
No antidote. Gods convene, truth unseen. Demigods whisper, lost souls scream. Follow the path or drown in the stream.
Welcome.
Wrath, a cruel dream. Dreams of torment.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Christy.
Watchers from Olympus cloud, rejecting truth, their fates avowed.
Woo. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You know what we are here to do. Hey, you know what we came here to do. Oh my God. Happy Monday. It's getting close, ladies and gentlemen. It's getting close. Welcome to the show. No way back. Hey, Capria, good morning. Yeah, Biden is still your president, President Biden. There you go. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, President Biden is, still in office, taking care of business. All right. Let's get this show started. You know what we came to do. Get yourselves settled down, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. All right. We are once again back in the Thunderdome. You know what we came to do, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry, we'll take care of you. We'll lower your taxes. We'll pay down your debt. Yeah, we're gonna drill. It's Monday morning. All right, November 25th. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. All right, I know I'm about to get started. It's getting too spicy. I ain't even had my coffee. Yes, you gotta have your coffee this morning. Did you all have your coffee this morning? All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Good morning, Yazzie Jazzy, the beautiful Yazzie Jazzy. How are you? Marielle, thank you. Listen, you all are so nice. It's lovely to see you, too. Thank you, Phoenix. All right. It's really lovely to see all of you right before the holiday break, right? Thank you. Once again, we are back in the Thunderdome. I am your host. I am your pilot, and you know exactly why we are here. What we do is very, very special, right? W. Rick in the chat. Thank you, Rick. Race baiting B platform. Yourself, why don't you go ahead and send Big Zeus a guest request? I'll bring you right up here and I'll straighten you right out. All right, because it seems like you woke up this morning and you were angry, and you have a lot of reason to be angry, to be quite honest. I looked at the price of those eggs. Yourself, did you go see the video I put up there? The price of these eggs are going up through the roof. People are baking. They say swine flu going on. But you know what? I don't buy any of that. Bottom line is Trump won the election. Egg prices should go down, right? They should go down. But if they don't go down, we're going to have to we're going to impeach him. I'm going to be making sure Donald Trump does his job. If he doesn't do his job, we're going to definitely try to get him out of here. But before we get started, let's take care of some housekeeping items. For those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. Yourself, why do they call me Triple H? Since you got a lot to say this morning. Do you know why they call me Triple H? Well, let me give you the answer. The answer is quite simple. Good morning, Libra. The first H is because I'm honest. The most honest person on social media. There's nobody more honest than me. The second H is, well, because I'm humble. I really am humble. If I get it wrong, I'll be the first to apologize. Thank you. And then the last and final H, my good friend, Nutty Professor, he hates when I do it, but I'm going to say it anyway. It's because I am and will always remain the most handsome. Yeah. That's a nice strong cheers, right? You guys like that. Yeah, so like I said earlier, we hold our friends on the right accountable for their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds, all right, and as well as their crimes. And believe you me, you'll never run out of dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds and crimes. When we're talking about our friends on the right, you'll never run out because look at who they got running the White House. Donald Trump has ran the crime rate up in the White House 1,000%. I said, how could you even do that? I didn't know you could be a criminal and president at the same time. But I guess when you're possessed with the MAGA demon, you end up being a criminal and voting for a criminal. All right. And so listen to the Trump supporters that are here and you're moaning and groaning about the way that I am running my show. Maybe you didn't hear this before, but I got some bad news for you.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. Mm-hmm. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now.
That's you.
Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Yeah. So is there anyone in this country right now that's still upset with President Biden? You don't give President Biden any credit for anything in this country. Okay? You Trump supporters, you are some of the most ungrateful human beings that I've ever seen in my life, I've ever spoken to. All right? And I mean this with all due respect. Look at what President Biden has recently accomplished. Maybe you don't know. I know a lot of you are about to, go celebrate your Thanksgiving, celebrations if you're into that. But just listen to this.
Thanksgiving is less than a week away, and it's going to be a record-breaking travel weekend. 72% of Americans plan to travel by car for Thanksgiving. That's according to Gas Buddy. Also, some good news for those drivers. Gasoline prices at their lowest level since 2021. Oh. Millions of Americans getting ready to hit the road for the holidays. Our next guest saying travelers can enjoy gas prices below $3 in more than half of states across the country.
Thank you, President Biden. Got those gas prices down. How did President Biden do it? Yeah, how is President Biden still showing up and doing his job every single day? Notice I'm not saying Donald Trump got those gas prices down because Donald Trump isn't doing anything right now but setting himself up. Honestly, if you ask me, he's trying to rip the American people off. Yeah, he's trying to do tariffs. We've talked about that. He's worried about mass deportation. He's not worried about bringing down those egg prices or those gas prices. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Donald Trump a huge round of booze and shame. Get out of here.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
I went out this weekend, ladies and gentlemen, and you should have seen this story. This is a person I have very high respects for, but you know what they did? They made the mistake of voting for Donald Trump, and they come up to me and they say, Zeus, I don't know what to say, Zeus. I've heard from my people in my communities that a recession is on the horizon. The Trump supporters, did you know a recession is on the horizon? MAGA. I don't know if you all knew this, but this is what's coming out of the red spaces. Yeah, I spoke to my banker, and my banker said that, yes, a recession is on the horizon. Yeah, and it's going to be really nasty. And I know I voted for Donald Trump, but who knows what's going to happen? This is what they said to me. And I said, what's the cause? And they said a lot of people are over leveraged on their credit cards. Is there anyone out there over leveraged on their credit cards? All right. And I said, well, you know what? There's some good news out there because according to your cult leader, he is going to be taking care of those credit cards, right? You know his promise that he made.
Debt is going up and up, hitting a record high as interest rates soar. The National News Desk's Angela Brown looks into one promise made on the campaign trail that might change that.
President-elect Donald Trump and Senator Bernie Sanders far apart on many issues, but not this.
And while working Americans catch up, we're going to put a temporary cap on credit card interest rates at 10%. We have no choice.
Oh, anyone think Donald Trump's going to put that temporary cap on credit card interest rates at 10%? Good morning, Alicia. Does anyone think Donald Trump is going to still do that? Woo-wee! Woo-wee! You Trump supporters, buckle up because it's going to get nasty out there. All right. Now, I know a lot of you are in shock right now. I've ruined a lot of Trump supporters' breakfast. Look at all these people who say no. Look at all these people say no. Yeah, he lied to you. He lied to you, MAGA. You know what bothers me? Is there? You know what? Maybe I've went too hard this early in the morning. Maybe I've gone too hard this early in the morning. All right. But honestly, Trump supporters, do you really think the country is going to get a lot better once Donald Trump gets into the White House? If you believe this country is going to get better, put a 1 in the chat. I'll bring you right up. I'll talk to you. And listen, I'll put the gloves on a little bit. I'll put the gloves on. All right. It'll be looking. I'll put the gloves on. I'll be a little more respectful. All right. You know where I stand. Now it's time for us to find out where you stand. All right. Send the guest request or put a 1 in the chat because I want to make sure I really hear you out and understand exactly why you still believe in Donald Trump. Because get this, I've already came to the conclusion that you don't trust Democrats. We engage in identity politics. We support human rights. You don't trust Democrats. So just come on up here and let's try to just approach this as surgically, as possible. All right. Put a 1 in the chat. I'm sending the invites. John, I sent you an invite. Okay. Oh, look at that, John. Come on up here. John, good morning. How are you?
Hey,
welcome
good morning,
to the show.
How you doing?
All right. You're a Trump supporter?
I am. Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah. My first question to you is, what economic theory do you subscribe to?
I don't really know anything to speak on that. I don't know what you're talking about. Give me an example of what some of the options are. I'll tell you
like
from there.
Keynesian economics, Austrian economics, MMT.
No, I don't. Listen. Most Americans, John. Let's just be honest, aren't economists, right? So don't get up here and start doing that. All right. You have Donald Trump and all the problems with the economy. He said he would fix. Correct.
Correct.
Okay, that's the economics I subscribe to. 10% credit card debt. You think that's going to happen and when?
Well, I hope it doesn't happen. But
no. You hope
it's
it
not
does?
going to happen because it'll never get approved. It'll be blocked, and just like the credit card late fee restrictions. So that'll never happen. But are we talking about fiscal policy? Because really, the only thing the president
honestly, I know this isn't your first time on TikTok. And I know I'm not the only Democrat that you've spoken with. I promise you've spoken to several Democrats and we've gone back and forth about policy. And you know what? The results of the election are in. Democrats clearly don't understand economics. But one thing you and I can agree is Donald Trump said he was going to fix all the problems with the economy. Right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, and you said you're not with the 10% cap on credit card interest.
Correct.
That's treason. That's treason.
I think if you have no economic background and you don't subscribe to any economic theory, just
No.
you're uneducated.
No. You don't care about facts. Let's just be clear.
You don't even know economic theory. How can you?
I don't need
to argue. Just
okay,
say you're uneducated.
Okay, no, what I'll say is this. If my egg prices cost too much, what do I need to know? Donald Trump didn't do his job. Simple.
Well, the Federal Reserve, do you not think the Federal Reserve has a dual mandate that has to control
Quit using
prices?
quit using these big words around us.
They're not big words. A dual mandate is actually that you should know that.
No, I don't. No.
You don't know what's a dual mandate, Zeus? Come on, buddy.
John.
It's a very simple economic thing that happens with the Federal Reserve. Do you know how this country works, dude? Or you just what's a dual mandate? Answer. What's a dual mandate, Zeus? What's the Fed's dual mandate?
John, this is why Donald Trump is going to get impeached. People like
Stop
you.
pivoting, bro. What's the dual mandate from the Fed?
John.
This is very simple.
John, you don't care about facts.
You
because
don't even know what the dual mandate is.
Let me ask you this,
John.
John, and this will tell me everything I need to know. Did Donald Trump lose the 2020 election?
Yeah, sure, he did. Yep. He lost.
Okay.
Now, what's a dual mandate?
Now, wait a second. And he's responsible for January 6th.
I disagree with that.
Okay, see, that's what I'm talking about. I don't even want to go
You
there.
pivot to J6 because you don't know what the dual mandate is, Zeus? Come
No,
on.
because I know you don't care about
You got
truth.
flushed like a turd. You want me to go flush my toilet bowl, bro? You don't know what a dual mandate is?
No, I just don't.
You got
I
stopped
just
on.
no, John. I don't trust you.
You don't trust me because you don't know what the dual mandate is?
I don't trust you because things that are obviously true, you say aren't. So why would I? Oh God, John. This is
There
the
you go, bro. You don't know what the
he's
dual mandate is. You got flushed.
He's a sick person.
See, I can play your game, dude. You think you got some cool... Dude, you're
John,
uneducated.
John,
You
why
know what
don't you
dual
turn on your
mandate is.
Turn on your camera?
I don't need to turn on my camera.
Because you're a disgusting person, and I think we ought to get the
Why?
visuals.
Because you don't know
of
what a
this
dual
being-
mandate is? You're up
I
here
don't-
talking about the economy, and you don't know... Hey, guess what? Big flush for Zeus.
Oh God, John,
What's a dual mandate?
John, this is a disgusting person, ladies and gentlemen. You know what, John? I got your dual mandate. John. Here he goes. Ladies and gentlemen, see, this is what I am talking about. John wants to get in my box. Dual mandate this. Keynesian economics that, John. You don't care about facts. We spend all campaign giving you Trump supporters facts, all right? You don't care about what contributed to inflation. You don't care about the GDP and it growing. You don't care about whatever it is. You made a promise that when he gets into the office, he was going to fix everything that you were all crying about, like the egg prices. And that, sir, that's why I got to do this. Ladies and gentlemen, that previous guest, he's a great example of Trump supporters, right? They're disgusting human beings. They're vile creatures. And as much as you try to be reasonable with some of them, maybe not all, but some of them, they continue to show you why you shouldn't be kind to them. So what I'll do, John, is this. I'll warm the lake of fire up for you, all right? You don't know anything about drill, baby, drill. You don't even know about Thrill, baby, Thrill. I just made that up, John, just for you. But one thing you do know, John, is you're on your way straight to hell. Ladies and gentlemen, let's toss that previous guest who's possessed with the MAGA demon, who's a vessel of transgression for Donald Trump. Let's toss him into the lake of fire. Let's give him a huge round of booze and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon!
You know, they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal Lecter, drill, baby, drill, we're gonna frack, frack, drill, baby, drill, there's a black frack, frack, there's a lots of energy,
Hey, John, the answer to all the questions, John, is drill, baby, drill. You got that wrong. Take your nasty little facts out of here and go back to the corner of the whatever TikTok world you came from. I don't care what you have to say. I'm very disappointed that Donald Trump isn't going to get that interest rate capped at 10% and that you don't believe that he's even going to do that. You're not even in favor of doing it. It's sad. All right. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter and you want to have a serious conversation. All right. And please don't come up here acting like John. No one cares what you're doing in the bathroom. Seriously, that's some sick stuff. I've never heard anything like that in my life. Let's see. Who do we got? I mean, it is TikTok. So, I mean, for what it's worth, it is a little entertaining, but I would like to, have a little more serious conversation. All right. Derek Talks. Welcome to the show.
What's up, brother?
Good morning. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, sir.
All right. What brings you to the show, if you don't mind?
You know what? I've been debating about this for the past few weeks. I just had a question for you. It's not a controversial question. I'm gonna let somebody else come up. But I'm curious if things go the way he's planning on them going, on the promises that he made. I guess what you would call concepts. What would you accept him?
So you're asking me if I would accept Donald Trump?
Accept him as a good president. I'm not
No.
trying to. Okay. So if he does all the things he promised, I guess what you guys call concepts, you still wouldn't accept him as a good president.
Well, the thing is, it's who he is as a person, right?
Yeah.
Don't you think like who he is as a person is an issue?
I mean,
Like that was to me one of the big reasons why I just could never, I can't get along with somebody who I would say promotes racism, promotes bigotry, misogyny,
Yeah.
is a bully all the time. Just is not somebody you feel comfortable pointing at and telling your kids you should try to be like him when you grow up,
Yeah.
right? There was just none of that in him. And
I
if you
get
look
that.
at his previous record, there were a lot of issues, right? The way he ran his previous administration.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you what are your thoughts on that?
Um, I don't like making excuses for people, but granted, he got into office without any political background, so I feel like he didn't have the experience he needed. But I feel like this time he could do it. But that's just my opinion. I really don't have
You,
any.
so, so you think he's gotten, he's learned from his mistakes and he's became a better leader?
Yeah, I feel so. Just the way he ran his campaign, even there was people around him that said kind of crazy things, but he said something about a dog that was pretty crazy. But he was, for the most part, other than when he was in the debate with Biden, was pretty respectful for the most part.
Really?
Yeah.
You think insulting Kamala Harris was okay?
I mean, they did the same. She did the same. But yeah, I get you.
You think insulting our generals is okay?
I mean, Biden insulted half the country. I don't. Hey,
How? How did President Biden insult half the country?
he called every Trump supporter trash.
Well, that quote was taken out of context, but it's one thing to do it, but what do you say when Trump supporters dressed up and then called themselves garbage? I mean, it kind of means Biden was right.
Yeah, well, I
Yeah.
don't know, man. Hey, it was a pleasure talking to you, brother. I was just curious if it would change if he did something successful in the office.
Okay, well, let me ask you one question. Is there anything he can do to make you not respect him since you got to
Oh,
go?
100%, 100%.
Like what?
I think if the mass deportation got out of hand, that would make me reconsider all of my political views on a more of a socialist
Well,
standpoint.
it is going to get out of hand. If you don't mind, please look into Operation WB. This has happened before. Innocent Americans were, accidentally, included in this. And so, when you're trying to get to 11 million people, there's no way in the world you can do that without it actually getting out of hand. So
Yeah,
that's something you got to ponder on. All right.
but yeah, I'll look into that.
All right, thank you, Derek. All right, moving on to the next guest. All right, put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump supporter and you want to come up here and defend your daddy. All right, don't worry, we'll take care of you. We will lower your taxes. All right, and we'll drill, baby, drill. Yeah, yeah. Mass deportations, they're going to happen. To be quite honest, I don't know what you Trump supporters but you lie. Wait a second. Hold on. Come on, Michael. Come on up here. What have I lied about? You know me, you know my platform, you know what I do. If you come up here and you be civil and you're civil, we can have an honest conversation. But if you come up here doing all that weird stuff, yeah, you're gonna end up in the lake of fire. All right, put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump supporter and you want to come up here and explain, whatever it is, why you believe Donald Trump he's the best thing for this country since sliced bread. Wait a minute. You all are saying that I am lying, but you don't know what am I lying about? All right. And please get out of your feelings. All right. I'm sending guest requests and hopefully we'll get somebody up here to explain why they believe I'm lying. Good morning, Hector. How are you doing?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Am I right? You voted for Trump?
Sure did 3
Okay.
times.
All right. All right. So fully in. Have you eaten any of that MAGA Crunch cereal that he's selling? It's
No, I haven't.
24.99. I mean, I don't know.
I
I don't know.
haven't seen it.
Oh,
No, I don't know
oh,
what you're talking
oh,
about.
okay. I think it's on magacrunch.com. But yo, what brings you? What is the reason you voted for Donald Trump?
Well, you said that he's a racist. He hasn't said anything that's a racist
Yeah,
comment.
yeah.
Okay, tell me one.
They're taking black jobs now, and it could be 18, it could be 19, and even 20 million people. They're taking black jobs, and they're taking Hispanic jobs, and you haven't seen it yet, but you're going to see something that's going to be the worst in our history.
What is a black job?
A job like any other job. And it's true what he said because I've lost accounts because some of these companies, I'm not going to mention who, hire a lot of these illegal aliens. And did you know how much they get paid? These illegal aliens?
How
No,
much?
They were getting paid $5 an hour because they were taking advantage of them.
So let's get into that.
Okay.
That's
I love the way
bad.
You guys think what?
That's bad.
For an illegal to get $5 an hour, that's bad?
I'm asking you.
Why are you asking that stupid question?
Well, I didn't say it's a stupid question. You came to that conclusion. I'm just trying to get an understanding about this claim you're making.
How do you what? You're weird. You are just
You're not Hector. Hector, you're missing.
I know what kind of person you are. Forget it, man. You're disgusting.
Okay, all right. Well, guess what, Hector? I got something for you. All right, Hector, this is the problem with you. I'm asking you, is it bad? Because then I want you to say the next thing. Well, who's employing these people, Hector? You can't just say it's the Democrats, Hector. Use your brain, Hector. Hector, somebody's benefiting from these people coming into the country. They're contributing to our workforce. I don't know what they're making per hour, but if you have a problem with what they're making, then guess what, Hector? Take it up with their employer. Take it up with the people who are actually paying them to do these jobs, Hector. Hector, you know what you are? You're confused. You're confused. This is why I say you voted for Donald Trump, and I know what's really going on. You're scared to death of the mass deportations because guess what, Hector? It might just happen to you. It just might happen to you, Hector. And guess what? When it does, or any of your loved one or your family members, Hector, you know what you're going to do? I want you to thank yourself because you brought this on yourself, Hector. Ladies and gentlemen, let's send Hector to the lake of fire. All right, let's warm it up. I don't know what got into MAGA this morning, but clearly they know the end is near. Ladies and gentlemen, let's throw Hector in the lake of fire. Let's give him a huge round of boos and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon!
Yeah, Hector, go look up Operation WB, all right? And I'm going to tell everybody, like you, Hector, to go look it up because you don't trust Democrats, all right? But go look it up. You'll see exactly why this is happening, all right? America may be new to you, but it ain't new to a lot of us. Put a 1 in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, if you are a Trump supporter, all right? And you really want to come up here and deal with the truth, all right? It's so funny. I don't even have to say anything. They get in the box. They get in the box and they argue with themselves and then they get frustrated because, yeah, that's kind of what it turns into. Yeah, you're starting to understand the stuff Donald Trump was saying and doing is crazy. You're starting to understand maybe it is a circus. Yeah, maybe the Democrats were right. Maybe Joe Biden did help this country out of a nasty situation Donald Trump put him in. Good morning, Gary. How are you?
Good.
All right. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, so you said that Trump supporters are vile creatures, right?
Yes.
And you think that's okay to call half the country vile creatures?
I don't know what's okay or not, but I'll say this, Gary. Why do you think they're not? When you've seen what they've done. Like, for instance, if I were to tell you about January 6th, are you willing to admit Donald Trump was responsible for that?
Nobody cares about a Chewbacca walking around in the Capitol anymore. So I would just stop that narrative. That's why you guys lost.
So you don't want to say anything about Elon or Putin helping Trump at all? I mean,
let's stay on January 6th. You picked that. So you care so much about Chewbacca walking around, a guy with horns on his head. Nobody cares about that.
Well, what do you want to know about January 6th, Gary? Because I've covered that quite a bit.
Yeah, I want to know why.
I've covered it quite a bit, and yet you all refuse to acknowledge the truth about it. So I'm not going to get worked up over it. Why are you?
Well, the Inspector General already said that there were operatives in the crowd.
Okay. And what did Mike Pence say?
Inspector Horowitz. I mean, do you believe him that there were operatives in the crowd?
No. I believe what I understand and what I saw. So I know, for instance, Donald Trump didn't accept the results of the 2020 election. And he lied to his supporters, right? And with the inner circle he had, he lured them to the United States Capitol to attend the Stop the Steal rally. And I know he tried to pressure his vice president, Mike Pence, to be a part of this, and it didn't work. And he sicked his supporters on Mike Pence, all in an effort to stop the certification of Joe Biden. I know that.
So you're going to discredit the Inspector General of the United States?
I don't know
The
anything
expert?
about I don't know anything about what you're trying to suggest the Inspector General said, but I'll tell you what I know, right? And I think you should know as well that Donald Trump was at the Ellipse that day and he gave a speech basically inciting his supporters to go to the Capitol. Even at one point promised that he would go with them. So, yeah, as much as you all think this
What's wrong
election,
with that?
and here's the thing, Gary, and I think this is a good thing you brought this up. I didn't want to bring it up because I already know what January 6th was. I know you all think that because Trump won the election this time, that absolves him for all of his things that he's done. It hasn't. Remember, the margin of victory wasn't that big. It's 70, what was it, 76 million to like 73? That
He
means
just passed
still half,
77 million.
whatever you want to do. That means around half of the country still believes Donald Trump is a convicted felon. They believe he was impeached twice, and and it was a just fault. Even though he was acquitted, he was impeached. They also understand he was responsible for the insurrection against the United States government to a degree.
He wasn't even supposed to get the popular vote. He ends up killing it with the popular vote.
I wouldn't call it that. I
what
honestly,
is it now?
I honestly wouldn't give Donald Trump that much credit. I would actually give Elon Musk more of the credit because you and I both know without Elon, Donald Trump wouldn't have won. Without Charlie Kirk, Donald Trump wouldn't have won.
So why do you? What about 2016? Why did Trump win then?
He actually ran a better campaign, I would say. Even in this case, he ran a better campaign, but you can actually point to the characters this time around that actually were responsible for his success. You know, the level of misinformation in this country, it's unreal. You know what I mean? When you
I
say
think
there's a lot of
misinformation.
misinformation floating around out here,
I think most of the misinformation that you say is just information that you don't agree with.
no. I think, for instance, the January 6th stuff I just brought up, that's not really information I don't agree with, right? That's kind
Well, I
of
think,
that's
like
on
I
the
brought up
factual side.
like when I brought up the Inspector General, you just disagree with it and you probably call it misinformation.
Honestly, I don't know, but tell me what the Inspector General said, and I'll tell you if I agree with it or not.
I
Now,
already said that there are operatives, FBI operatives in the crowd.
did the Inspector General go as far as to explain what those operatives were doing? Because I could be open to the fact that, yeah, maybe the FBI had people there, you know, doing whatever the FBI normally does when they go and see things like this. That doesn't necessarily mean they were involved in the insurrection at the degree of it being criminal. You know what I mean? You know, you can go walk outside right now to a sporting event. There might be FBI agents there. That doesn't mean they're there to cause an issue. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just seems a little strange.
I mean, and I can buy that, but you know the FBI does stuff like that. They're a part of being, you know, it's like catching somebody that's committing a crime. Sometimes they do things to, you know, look like they're, you know, part of whatever the scheme is just to catch the criminals, right?
Yeah, I mean, but there was no criminal. I mean, it was just there's other reason that I think that it was
Well, why do you think the FBI was involved? You think they
it kind
framed
of goes
Donald
back
Trump?
to yeah, if it goes to where Kamala was on January 6th as well. Why does she always lie saying that she was at the Capitol when she wasn't? And then nobody talks about where the I don't want to get your like the pipe BOM. I don't know if I can say that, but yeah.
I mean, even if you had those questions, I would put that in the category of we need to get more information about that. But I just don't understand how you ignore all the other information, you know? That's
Well,
kind of an issue,
what?
right? I mean, Donald Trump's his involvement. Like, you're going to overlook the fact that he lied to his
Lied about-
followers about the results.
He thinks that he won. I could guarantee you 110% that he thinks he won.
But
think-
everyone around him, even if that's what he thought, everyone around him, even his own children, even his own family, friends, they told him he lost. His own vice president told him he lost. If a person is that disconnected from reality, doesn't that mean they probably shouldn't be president? Because how are they making decisions based on facts?
There's a lot of people that think that it was that there was things that went on too, though.
Yeah, but we all have opinions, right? I have one. But the president of the United States, their opinion and their decisions actually matter because that has a direct impact on the American people.
But
So,
go ahead.
so I would expect that if you, even you, I don't know what you do for a living, but I would expect that whatever profession you're in, you might have an opinion about things, but once people around you that you know are a part of your team start to give you factual information, I would hope you make decisions based on that information in the best interest of the company or your family or whatever.
Yeah, 100%. But there's also a lot of evidence with the Hunter Biden laptop, Biden voters saying that they would switch their vote, and then also with drop boxes and other things like that. I don't want to get into that because I know TikTok, but yeah.
I mean, there's things like that, but when you have people come out and say there's no outcome determinative fraud that took place, meaning there may have been things happen, but it wouldn't have changed the results of the election. At a certain point, you got to let all of that go and engage in the peaceful transfer of power. That's just my 2 cents on it. That's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, for sure. We'll agree to disagree, but I got to go now. But I thank you for letting me up here.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that was a civil conversation, ladies and
it
gentlemen.
was.
All right. We'll let Gary. All right. Thank you for coming up here. All right. And don't worry, we'll take care of your taxes and we'll lower your debt. All right. All right. But
Perfect.
all right.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah. All right. All right. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, like I said, we already been down the path with January 6th. We all know Donald Trump. Those of us, the half of the country that understood what happened, we know Donald Trump did what he did that day. Even Mike Pence had something to say about January 6th, so we know it's coming. If you're a Trump supporter, please put a 1 in the chat. I'll help you out, okay? We will take care of your taxes. We will lower your debt, all right? All right. Let's see, what do we got? Let's see, what do we have? Okay, if you're a Trump supporter, please come up here. One thing that I'm going to continue to make sure Trump supporters understand is this. These mass deportations, they're going to have a negative impact on you in ways you couldn't imagine, all right? Believe in yourself. Please come on up here. I tried to send you one. B-Way, please come on up here. B-Way, I sent you one. All right, send me a guest request. I'll bring you right up. All right, Democrats have no say. David, you won't be saying that once Donald Trump gets into office. All right, trust me. You'd have no clue what's coming. And I don't know if you're following his cabinet picks. They're not even getting background checked. Think about that. Is that something you really want to see in this country? Gene, Good morning. How do you say your name? Gene Makara?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Welcome. So you voted for Donald Trump?
Of course I did.
Why?
Well, how could you vote for people that don't care about this country? You know?
Well, that's a good question. I think I should ask you that question. So you're suggesting Kamala and President Biden, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris and the Democrats, we don't care?
I'm not saying you don't care, but you know what? There's been a war in Ukraine for 3 years now. How's he now, since he lost the election, trying to start World War III right now? Do a lot of people really know what's going on right now? Because we're so close to nuclear war. What's going to matter about deporting people? What's it going to matter?
Well, who started the conflict or the war in Ukraine, based on your research?
You want to know what it goes back 20 years. We promised Russia we would go. The UN started it. If you want to know where it comes from.
No, you said it's been going for about 3 years. So 3 years ago, who started it?
Biden went in there first.
No, wrong.
Who?
Russia.
Well, do you know why Russia went in there? Do you really know why?
Why?
Because 20 years ago, we promised Russia we would not build any UN bases in Ukraine. So you need to go back further in history and find out what's really going on. Because We
So
the
so
U. So
so so what
we're
about
the UN, and we
what
got
about
bases.
what
Go
about
ahead.
when they took Crimea while Obama was president? What was that about?
You know what? You know, I don't know. Putin. You know what? If I had a bunch of military bases around my country, I'd want to do something too.
Oh,
So
so that's kind of like being aggressive and just
no,
deciding you can
no,
go take whatever you want, right? I
no,
mean,
no. We were aggressive first.
no,
We
no,
this.
no. We have obligations, about the
Yeah.
Budapest
Okay.
Memorandum. You know about that. There's obligations, right? I mean,
Yeah.
aren't we supposed to come to the aid of our allies? Like what happened on 9/11? They came to our aid.
Our country did 9/11. We didn't. Our
Okay.
own country
Okay.
attacked us.
Okay. Well, see, okay, I don't know where you're getting that, but I gotta make sure you understand that would be what they call misinformation, and you don't want to
What?
do that on TikTok, because what'll end up happening is you'll end up getting your live flagged, and
Can I?
I don't
I
want you
don't
to go
care.
through that.
Listen. I don't care if they cancel me. I could care less. But
I
you.
know, but Jesus, I don't want you to ruin it for everybody. All right,
All
so
right. All right. You know what? I'm good. Have a good day.
okay, thank you, Gene. All right, all right. Gene, you got to work on that. All right, and again, please look up the conflict in Ukraine and really research how that got started. All right, and then I want you to look into how this guy, President Joe Biden, has been strategically chipping away at Russia's ability to win this conflict, and then you will open up your eyes and your mind and realize, oh my gosh, Zeus and the Democrats were right, and everything Donald Trump told me was wrong. All right, Gene. All right, now, Gene, this is going to hurt and it's going to sting, but I got to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's throw Gene in the lake of fire because Gene's got a lot of confusion going on up there, and I hope this clears it a bit. All right, all right, Gene. I just want you to get that cleared up. All right, stop believing the lie.
Silence, you MAGA.
I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Wait a second. Somebody said I am wrong. Karen, you said I'm wrong. Please, Karen, if you don't mind, Karen, please come on up here and explain to Big Zeus why I'm wrong. Karen, if I'm wrong, I'll be the first to apologize. After all, I am Triple H, and one of the H's means humble. All right, but I think you need to go do your research, Karen, as well. If you think that the United States is the aggressor and the one starting these conflicts, Karen, I don't know where you got that from. I don't know where this is sad. Republicans, they do rock. Karen, I don't think you're going to be saying that once those egg prices go up, right? Once that gas prices start to go up, right? Once everything you have grown accustomed to doing under the Biden administration, you start to realize is going to cost a lot more, and you have a savings account, possibly a checking, all right, maybe even a 401k, Karen, and you just see it start to dwindle, because everything's costing more. You won't be saying Republicans rock. You'll be on your knees begging the Democrats to help you out, Karen. Trust me. I've been doing this for a while, Karen. I've been doing this for a while. They always come back. Folks like you, they always come back and they go, Zeus, I didn't know that you guys were telling the truth until it actually happened to me. All right. Eric, you say I lie about everything. Come on up here, Eric. Eric, please. I would love for you to help me understand what I'm lying about. This is no laughing matter for a lot of you, Eric. I guess Eric doesn't want to come up. All right. Someone wrote, Mexican Trump supporters deserve everything they're going to get, so don't keep complaining. I mean, there's a lot of energy in this country. Eric, I don't even want to waste my time. As far as I'm concerned, you're a bot, all right? If you're a Trump supporter and you want to come up here and really get the truth or explain why you believe what you believe, please put a 1 in the chat or put a guest request in, and I will bring you up. All right. I'm looking at this, and it is. Somebody wrote, Trophy Wife 13. Everything that I say is a lie. Come on up here if you don't mind, Trophy Wife. That's an interesting name. Oh my gosh. Believe in yourself. I sent you a guest request. Please. Mike on the move. Come on up here, Mike. We don't got all day. We don't got all day, ladies and gentlemen. Zeus. Oh my gosh, you're still on here whining about 1 month later. Marlene's back. Come on up here, Marlene. All right, I sent Marlene a guest request. You know, Marlene, I'm not even whining anymore at this point. I don't have to whine. I think you all are whining right now. All right, who do we got? Who do we got? Uh-oh, who do we got? Who do we got? Who do we got? We got Harvey Benton. Good morning. And then someone else trying to patch in.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
And then someone else trying to patch. Yes. Let's see. Okay, I only could do one. All right, Harvey, you voted for Trump?
Yeah, I did. I don't know if you can hear me because this is my first time ever going live.
All right, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Good morning, man.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. What part of the country are you in? Marlene, come back. I'll help you out, Marlene, because I do want to hear from you. All right, just send me a guest request. What part of the country are you in?
I'm in Seattle, but I'm from Flint. That's where the 811 come in.
Okay, all right. How's Seattle treating you? I heard there was what did the rainstorm get up there to you?
Hell yeah, it was horrible. It was
Yes.
horrible.
Yeah, that global warming is something else, huh?
Yeah, but listen, let me tell you, man. The Republicans are better for the economy, for the country, I should say. The Republicans are better not just for the economy, but they better for the country than the Democrats, man.
How?
You say how?
Yeah.
Well, one, with our jobs. Like, one, they talking about putting our jobs back in place by deporting all these illegal people who stole our jobs in the beginning. Two, they talking about, like peace, world peace. We all need world peace. They talking about getting rid of this inflation, bringing food prices down, going energy deficient so that we can use our own energy versus buying energy from overseas, lowering the gas prices. This is way better for our economy. They talking about banning the homeless stuff so these homeless people can start having jobs and stuff again. Like, the Democrats screwed us, man.
That's a lot to unpack.
My fault.
So no. So I want to get to the mass deportations. You're in favor of that?
Hell yeah.
You know. You said heck yeah.
Yes.
Now, I don't know if you know what they're saying, especially this weekend. I was watching, some of my sources and real strong economists. They're saying that could actually translate into the cost of goods in agricultural and, construction, stuff like that, going up.
That's a fear mongering tactic. Here's the thing. If they do go up, right, what we're going to do is we're going to buy from the competitor. We're going to buy our own American-made goods.
I haven't got to the tariffs. That was with the tariffs. I'm talking about. So I'm assuming you ride around your neighborhood and you see what's happening in these streets just like I do, correct?
Yeah, under Democratic leadership.
No. You ever went to like a Home Depot and you see all those folks out there standing there waiting to get some work?
Hell yeah.
I know you knew it. Yeah. Right. And so somebody's hiring those people. It ain't you. It ain't me.
Will be harvesting apples by January. He funny.
I mean, because they're on to something. Somebody's hiring these people, correct?
Yes.
Why do you think they're hiring these people?
Cheap labor.
Okay, so now we're on to something, right? If they don't do it, then that means they got to find somebody else to do it, correct? Because these people are going to get deported.
That's an opening for American jobs. Yes.
Okay, so you get in there and do it. The job that they was doing, doesn't it cost more?
The prices just went up. Now you got to pay me. Let's just say whatever our minimum wage is. Now for that job, you got to pay me to come do construction on your house. Now you got to pay me for the going rate of doing construction or whatever jobs they was doing at the Home Depot.
Good. Now I'm gonna take you to the CEO side of this, right? So. As the CEO, you've been out here. Somebody came on my show and they said they got a loan for like 80 grand. So I'm gonna say you're that person. You got a loan for $80,000, right? You're doing some construction in your basement, and there were two offers to get it done, right? One, there's a person that could do it for 20 grand, but he'd work with these people that kind of work at Home Depot, but you don't care because he's legit. And then you got this other one, he doing it by the book. All right, and he come at you and he say it's gonna cost $50,000. You got 80 in the bank. They both going to do the same quality of work. Who do you want to do the job? Do that job? The one that's you're going to have to pay the 50 grand to, or the one you're going to have to pay the 20 grand to?
Come on, Zeus. Like that's a no-brainer question. Of course the 20 grand. Come on, Zeus. Of course the 20 grand. But listen, Zeus, here's the thing about that, man. I want America first. So fuck
Wait, we don't curse. We don't curse.
Oh, my fault, my fault,
okay,
my fault.
but you understand the challenge now. So say you're the guy that's used to having all this cash, this 80K. Now, after mass deportations, you're basically saying, yeah, I'm okay. I'm cool with the 50 grand jobs now.
Yes, because the immigrants are taking American jobs. Yes, I'm cool with that, Zeus.
Okay,
Yes.
so you understand what this means. You're not going to be able to do more projects now because you don't have that capital because the jobs that you're doing are costing more.
Zeus, listen. He's giving you tax breaks as well as
How?
the immigrants. He about to give you tax breaks. He already done gave us tax breaks from the first election. Like he's giving us tax breaks. So as the CEO, you about to have more tax break, and it's about to be less regulation. So you got less and less hurdles to jump through just to get your business started, Zeus. So,
Hey Harvey, I hate to bust your bubble, bro, but those tax breaks won't impact regular folks like you and I. You're not up there.
they
You
will.
and you and I aren't super rich, super wealthy. You're not making over 400 or 500 grand a year like that,
no, Zeus, listen, man.
right? And so
Listen, he giving small business loans to people with small business. What you talking about, man?
no. Kamala was doing that. Kamala was doing that.
Kamala was not, man. Are you tripping?
Have you heard of her opportunity economy? I think you should go look into that. But Harvey, honestly, I want to get back to the way the math was working. All right, you and I are both agreeing that once the mass deportations happen, your construction jobs are going to cost more, and I'm glad we agree on that.
Of course, that's common sense.
Okay. The next thing is, people out there that are picking your agricultural products, they're gone. Who's going to get out there and do that? Obviously,
Us Americans.
no, I'm not doing it. You
I'm not
can.
saying-
You
listen.
can. I ain't getting out there, bro.
Zeus, man. I'm not
Hey, you can't pay me enough to get out there, bro. How much would you charge to get out there? Harvey, how much would you charge to get out there on the farm in that back-breaking heat around those mosquitoes and climb and do all that stuff in the field? How much would you charge per hour, Harvey?
It depends on the going rate in your city. And
No,
state.
you personally, $10 an hour.
It depends on the going rate in your city and state.
You won't answer that question. I know why. I see what you're doing.
No, listen. If it's $10, if let's just say this guy, let's just say it's 3 companies down here and they all do it for $10 an hour. Yes, I do it for $10 an hour. It all depends on your country and state. Like I told you, I'm from Michigan, so Michigan's gonna be cheaper than Washington.
So you work right now. Right now, you make around $10 an hour.
Listen. I said depends on. No, hell no, I don't. But
Okay. So look, because
giving
you
an
talk,
example, Zeus.
and I'm
giving
giving.
you an example, man.
I'm asking you personally, brother. How much would you charge to get out there and pick those produce?
So I've never been in that business, right? So I don't know the going rate, and it all depends on your city and state. So whatever is fair in your city and state. So if your city, like if Seattle is paying you $20 to do it, I'll charge people $20 an hour. I'll pay people $20 an hour to do it. If Michigan charging $15 an hour to do it, I'll pay you $15 an hour to do it. It depends on your city and state, Zeus. That's all I'm saying, man.
Okay,
Like,
but
I will make it fair for people.
No, you're missing the point. So let me explain what I'm trying to get at, bro. Right now, you go in there, you buy some strawberries. I went and bought some $8, all right, for a case of these strawberries. I promise you, those people who picked them ain't getting paid $20 an hour. You and I both know that's not happening, right?
Actually, those people that picked them probably getting paid more because a lot of these folks, well, down here, we do the farmers market down here. They be getting paid because they grow it and they grow it in bunches and they sell their products down here. But it rain a lot down here.
You know you don't believe that. You don't. Those folks that are in the fields ain't making no $20 an hour. You know how many hours they work? They would be richer than you.
I don't know why you think they broke. That's crazy.
I didn't say that they were broke, but I'm saying they're not making that kind of money.
Okay, so
All kinds of overtime and stuff would we have to kick it. I mean, that's a lot of money. All right. And then they would have to mark those prices up based on the fact that they got to recover the cost that you're paying to those employees, whatever your cost is supply. They got to recover these costs, bro. So
here's the
I'm
thing.
going to add the one and carry the two. I'm going to add the one and carry the two for you, bro. Everything is going to go up just off of the mass deportations.
That's not true. Well,
We talked about construction because you admitted you're going to have to pay more, not the 20. You're going to be doing the $50,000 job now because the 20s won't be an option. Those won't be an option. The lower, the cheap labor from the people picking the agricultural, that's gone. So you're going to be paying a premium on that. That means you as the customer, me as the customer, we're going to be paying more just on that.
No, that means we creating American jobs.
No.
And inflation is about to go down.
No.
Tax cuts is coming.
Wrong, bro. If the projection was if Trump's tariffs and this thing with the mass deportations kick in, that's going to be at least $4,000 added to your bottom line per year.
No, Zeus, you tripping, bro. You tripping. No, Zeus, you tripping.
Okay, and this is why I think, you know what? Y'all got to find out on your own. Because honestly, for you to sit here and acknowledge that things are going to cost more if people that are doing it for cheap are deported and not understand that that's going to mean you pay more, I don't know what else I can do. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what else to say to make it easier for you to understand. And you can try to throw out here these tax breaks and all that. Whatever tax break you think, whatever tax break you think you're going to get. Let's just say a person is making $40,000 a year. What kind of tax break do you think they're going to get after Trump is done? How much do you think they're going to get back extra in their taxes? 10,000, 20,000?
No. See, here's the thing.
It doesn't add up, bro.
Here's the thing about that. He even about to drop the federal taxes down to like 15%. So he only taking he about to only start taking about 15% of that.
Did you hear what I said?
Then on top of that, he about to cut federal government spending by a lot. That's why he hired Elon Musk. He about to cut that. Bro, listen, the economy is about to be great. Cause right now it's screwed. The economy is about to be great.
All right. So okay. All right. So, if that's your argument, then we'll just have to see. All right, Harvey, because honestly, I think you're just up here being funny.
I promise you I'm not trolling. I'm dead serious.
Well, if you're serious, then you got to connect the dots for me. All right. How are you suggesting that you spending more to get the work done is translating into average Americans like you saving money? It doesn't. Am I not getting through to you?
Yeah, you know.
And that's why I just say I don't know what else to say. If I'm running a business, and right now Walmart is even saying to the customers, "Hey, get ready. We hate to raise our prices, but yeah, we don't know what Trump's about to do, but based off what he said,
that inflation. Walmart, all that high
Harvey,
all them high prices you paying right now, Trump about to lower that, brother.
Harvey, have you heard the news that Walmart put out?
The news is fake. They push propaganda all day. Listen, the news, don't believe that. Don't believe that. I'm telling you, they push propaganda all day to trick people.
You only believe Donald Trump. That's why I said I can't take.
I sit back and just only believe Donald Trump. Like, man, come on, man. I don't only believe no man. Like, no. But I see what
Well, could you give us a source for where you're getting all of this incredible knowledge about the economy? Where are you getting this from, bro? Because I know you don't trust me. I know you don't trust nothing I said. I give you math. I didn't even say it was a Democrat or a Republican.
Let me ask you something, Zeus. Do you think the economy better today than it was 4 years ago?
Yes.
Under Trump economy?
Unfortunately, yes.
You honestly think that in your heart and soul?
Can I explain why?
Go ahead.
All right. So one, if you're talking about the first 3 years, I would say that's because Obama handed that over to Donald Trump.
No, he didn't, man. Come on, man.
Okay, that's your opinion.
Wait.
That's your opinion. That's your opinion.
It was
It was.
what you talking about?
That's your opinion. All right, but that's what it was. All right, Obama did do that, but at the end of the day, the economy was in a good spot for Donald Trump. All right, he comes in, does the little tax cutting Jobs Act thing,
That's not a little thing.
well, okay, fine, and then we have the pandemic. All right,
That
and
was
then
uncontrollable.
okay, but then guess what happened during the pandemic? He mismanaged it, and we saw the unemployment numbers skyrocket. We saw our national
He had
debt.
a worldwide
We saw
pandemic.
we saw our national debt balloon. All right, and inflation began to become a serious issue, and that's when Joe Biden took over. And I do believe, if you were being honest, you would say, you know what? They said we were going to be in a recession, but we never were in a recession under
We in
President
one.
Biden, huh?
We in one. The
No, we're not.
GDP done already failed twice.
No. We're not. But we're going to be. We're going to be. And Harvey, this is why I say I don't believe facts really matter to you more so than
No, facts have to matter.
you just wanting to be right. And this is the concern that I have. Like I posted a video. The egg prices are now going up, right?
Thanks to Obama. Thanks to Biden.
No. I blame Trump. Trump said he was going to fix it when he got elected. Yeah, Trump said that he was going to end those conflicts the moment he got elected. It's not happening. He wants to engage in tariffs. He wants to do mass deportations and
He have to engage in tariffs.
Yeah,
In order to put America first, he have to.
but it's not going to actually put America first when
It's
you,
definitely
sir,
gonna
are
put
going to
America
lose
first.
money.
No, we not gonna lose money. Is you Listen, Zeus, I don't want to hold your audience up. It's been a pleasure talking to you, brother.
All
I'll
right.
catch you on the next one.
All right. I hope you do some research and look into these things. All right, because like I
Let's
said,
take that advice.
I've done it. That's why I'm telling you right now, look into what I'm saying. Even if we use your logic, you know things are going to cost more after people get deported. You're getting rid of a huge chunk of our workforce.
Zeus, I don't want to take up your audience, man. But you have a great day, man.
All right.
Catch you on the next one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to give Harvey, he tried to, but I think Harvey knows what it is. Harvey, you know exactly what I'm saying, bro. I'll bring up somebody else. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in sending Harvey. He's trying his best to say it's not going to happen. It's like a kid, putting their head in the pillow and just wishing the boogeyman would go away. The boogeyman's not going away.
Silence, you MAGA.
Thank you, Harvey. Thank you, Harvey. All right, I get what you're trying to. I get that you're trying to really drive home the point that there's going to be hope with your orange dad, but it's not going to happen, bro. Trust me. That's why I'm asking you. Go listen to what these companies are saying. Walmart put out a statement. You don't know more than the CEO of Walmart. You don't. All right, companies, they're not giving out bonuses. All right, this is real serious stuff that's happening. I've seen these Trump supporters. They're crying. I'm not getting my Christmas bonus. No, why? Because Trump's tariffs. They're concerned. All right, you should look into this. All right, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, bring up the next panelist. Good morning, Takesha. How are you doing, Takesha? Welcome to the show. That was a good run, right? We had a good run.
Zeus.
Yes.
Harvey is the reason Donald Trump in office right now. It's
Why?
him, Zeus. Say it is Zeus. First, I want to talk about the taking of the jobs by the immigrants. Zeus, have you ever gotten a job that wasn't available?
Nope.
Did you get hired for a job somebody was already occupying, Zeus?
Oh, sometimes, yeah, I have, right? There's always that. You backfilling a position.
Okay, if these jobs are open, Zeus, that means that nobody wants them. So why not fill them with somebody that does? He told me something. Well, I'll take whatever they pay. He lying, Zeus. He lying. People be wanting more than what these jobs offering. That's why they don't take these jobs. Stop blaming these people for working jobs that you don't want. You don't even want to pick your hair rather than talking about picking some doggone fruit. Stop.
You think he said he'd do it for did he get up to $20 an hour? You think he'd do it for 20 an hour?
Zeus. Zeus, he is lying. He'll be out there complaining, man, it's too hot out here, man. Man, y'all ain't got no air conditioning in the field. I mean, how many apples we got to pick, man? Ain't 20 apples enough for the day, man? Man, I ain't finna keep filling up these baskets, man. For no $20 no apple. You gonna have to give me more than that, man.
But the economy is so much better now that I'm out here. He's not going to do all of that.
Zeus, let me tell you something. That man was more excited talking about Trump than he was when that girl gave him the third number and her phone number at the club. He was too excited.
Wow.
You would have thought Donald Trump had on a Santa suit, was sitting on top of the chimney, waiting to come down December the 25th. That's just how excited he was when he was talking about Donald Trump.
Yeah, he
I
was.
couldn't take hard serious.
I couldn't either.
He not even making sense of what he talking about. He got more twisted than a tornado on a movie. I can't take it.
Woo! Get him, Takesha, get him. Harvey, you didn't mess up this morning.
Harvey has embarrassed the room, and we putting him out. Give us your black card, Harvey. Give it to him. It's been revoked. Enough is enough.
Yeah.
I'm sick of them.
Yeah.
They don't know what's going on. Then you gonna say, you can't believe the media. Well, where you getting your news from, Harvey? Where?
I'd love to know. He said he don't even trust Donald Trump. He don't ask him.
He trusts Donald Trump. Listen, he trusts Donald Trump with his life while he keep talking about inflation. You don't even know the inflation is down. You don't know, Harvey.
Wow.
He gonna bring inflation down. It's already down, Harvey.
Yeah.
He gonna cut the prices at Walmart. If he ain't the Zorro that they used to have with the sword going through Walmart slashing prices, he ain't finna cut no prices in Walmart. The person already told you they finna go up on their prices. Trump is not named Donald Walt, so he ain't got nothing to do with Walmart.
Tell him. This is facts. This is fact. Takesha isn't lying, ladies and gentlemen. She's not lying. But
I don't care if they tell me I'm lying. I don't have time to lie. We in some serious times. Y'all finna go through some stuff for putting that orange man back in there. And I'm gonna sit back on my porch with my legs crossed.
Yep.
With my country time lemonade
in
a glass with ice and laugh at y'all.
I am too. They don't see it coming, Takesha. And it's like, no matter how many warnings we give them, they go, guess what? You're wrong. Wait until that truth just slaps them all in their face. That truth is going to slap them something else, right? Siberio, W. Siberio, thank you. Go ahead, Takesha. W.
You know
Ange.
how on Good Times, when Michael was in the Junior Warlords, he had put a jacket in the oven, and Florida turned the oven on to warm the piece up for the tennis meeting she was having, and the smoke started coming out.
Yeah.
That's how it gonna hit them, Zeus.
Nasty.
They're gonna be all warm and fuzzy, and then some gonna start smoking. And they're gonna be on fire before they know it.
Ooh.
Just embarrassing.
Yeah. Tell them, Takesha. They don't know no better. All right? And it's almost like
they don't know.
W Karma. Yeah. Well, what are we gonna do, Takesha? Let's just say we get to the 18 months and Harvey's pockets, they're not doing so good. He's not saving any money and he's crying about Donald Trump not managing the country correctly. What should you do to him? What should you say to him?
Let me tell you something, Zeus. They gonna go from wearing Jordans to the Leaky Cheeks 2000 that I made. I gotta put them back out there.
Thank you, Takesha. Yeah. I mean, because that's yes. Go for it.
Instead of eating a full corn on the cob, they're gonna have to buy a niblet. Instead of eating the leg on the chicken, they're gonna have to eat the wing part of the wing. They ain't gonna have nothing. Instead of bologna, they're gonna be eating spam.
Amen.
Baked beans, they're gonna be eating Van Camp.
Amen. Get him, Takesha. Get him.
You're finna be screwed. You're not finna have nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Tell him, Takesha. Well, listen, I think Harvey has learned his lesson, all right? But if he comes back up here, guess what we're going to do? We're going to bring you right up here. And I'll say, Takesha, just go ahead and try to help this brother out because this is a lost
Please
brother.
do, because Harvey needs some learning, Zeus.
Yeah.
I need to go get my Hooked on Phonics books, and
Thank
I need
you.
to put them right in front of me for when Harvey
Amen.
comes back.
Amen. Let's go. Come, Takesha. Harvey, it doesn't seem like you're going to get an invite to the cookout over here with Takesha because you've messed up.
Let me tell you something.
Talk to
Harvey
him.
can't even get a great value hot dog off my grill.
Get up, Takesha. All right. Well, listen, I got to bring up our next guest. All right.
Hi, friend. You have a great day. Thank y'all for the gifts.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, show Takesha some love. Give her another round of applause. No lies detected. All right. Let's bring up, okay, who do we have here? All right, hold on. All right, hold on. Who do we have here? All right. Wait a second. All right, bring up our next panelist. All right. Who do we got? All right, Cece, you said you had, you need to tell Zeus something. All right, please let me know. All right. See what you Trump supporters did. I was trying to be, real, just respectful with you and have serious conversations. But when you get up here and you start spreading misinformation and lying like that, it just doesn't sit well. Uh-oh, there's an echo. There's an echo, Cece. Cece, are you there?
Oh, no. Why? Yes, can you hear me okay?
I can, but there's an echo.
Zeus? I don't understand.
Can you hear me?
I'm on my iPad. I hear you good.
All right, I think it's working now.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes. It's a delay, though. There's a delay.
There's a delay.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to say how handsome you are in that blue today, sir.
Thank you, Cece.
Blue is your color, babe.
Thank you.
Zeus.
Yes.
You know what yanks my chain?
What's that?
These crackpots that want to come up here and say that Obama did not bring us out of a mess. And what did the Republicans do to him?
They trashed him. They treated him like trash, like he was a no good. They got on him about that tan suit thing too. Remember that?
Yes. And I think he was absolutely handsome in that.
Thank you. Me too. Me too.
But what gets me is it's always a Democrat to pull us out of something. So you little people out there, you wait. You got 4 years of destruction coming. And it's going to take a Democrat to bring your sorry behinds out of it. And then you mentioned this morning that you've never seen anything like them this morning. Zeus, it's been all weekend.
Really?
All weekend. It's been one-on-one where I visited one-on-one conversations.
Yeah.
Zeus, I had to go feed my rock a couple times.
What?
Zeus, they are the most uneducated people I've ever heard. And some of the vile stuff, Zeus, that's coming from their mouth. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah. They
And
got hatred
disgusting.
in their hearts.
I mean, the words they're calling, not just women, but everybody.
Right.
It's disgusting. And, you keep up the good work.
Thank
you
you.
bring the truth.
Thank you.
They think they're bringing the truth, but it's all lies. And they're getting ready to see what's to come. And I hope you enjoy your high prices, you MAGA demon rats. The best is yet to come for you. You understand me?
Tell them, Cece. Tell them.
I just did.
All
It
right.
just it's It's sickening, Zeus.
Yeah,
Truly
but don't.
sickening.
We'll take care of them, Cece. I'm letting them dig the ditch for us right here on live TikTok. That's what I'm doing. I'm letting them dig themselves, the ditch they're going to fall in. Just go ahead and dig.
Oh yeah,
Right?
and they're slowly falling into that ditch.
Yeah. How'd you get in here? I threw myself in. That's how they're gonna say it.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what?
What's that?
We know the truth, Zeus. We know the truth. Just
Someone-
take a look at.
Someone
Go
said,
ahead.
"Am I going to do this for 4 years?" And which is bash
Yes,
Donald.
you are. Yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
Thank you, Cece. Thank
Yes,
you. Yeah.
you are.
Yeah.
We are not going to let you go that easily. Oh no, 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 MAGA. He's not going anywhere. He is here to show you the truth and to show you what a con you voted for.
Thank
So
you,
yes,
Cece. Thank you.
Zeus
Thank you.
isn't going anywhere. Okay.
W Rick in the chat. W Rick in the chat. Thank you, CC. Yeah, because I'm going to be on them about egg prices. I am going to be on them about credit card interest, even house prices. I'm going to be on them about the cost of ground beef, the cost of bacon, all right, the cost of rice. I am going to be on them about every little thing going on in the economy like you have never seen. Because
And Zeus,
all they
and-
did for 4 years was cry. Cry, cry,
Yeah.
cry.
And Zeus, there's a couple people on here that want to cry about the prices of food, but I ain't seen them lose 1 pound. Not 1 pound. I could
Hey,
name a couple, but
hips
I
don't
got
lie.
flagged.
Hips don't lie.
I would name a couple, but I don't want to get flagged again.
Don't do it
But
again.
I want to say something to that little eyebrow.
Oh, Snuggie.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and get him.
He says go cry on Zeus's live.
Oh.
I'm crying, Zeus, because he respected you, and you respected him with this bet, correct?
Yeah, correct.
I don't know that he would have paid you though. I don't know that
He
he
did.
would have.
He did. He paid for soul food when Trump got convicted, and I ate some catfish and some collard greens and some sweet potatoes, and I charged Snuggles for it, and he did pay me. So he
Okay.
did tell the truth
Well-
on that part. But other than that, you know what he is. The worst of the worst and the
he
scum of the
refuses-
earth.
Yeah, he's calling me a liar. He's calling me old, that I can't get out of bed, that I can't do this. He does nothing but downgrade me and refuses to pay the bet.
Oh,
He's-
okay.
calls me a
Well,
liar.
I'll talk to him for you. All right, and between me and G Man, we'll get Snuggie to pay up. All right, CC.
All right, buddy. Will you take care? And
All right.
keep up the good work. We love
I
you,
will.
and you're not going anywhere.
Nope.
You aren't going anywhere.
Thank
and
you.
Good luck. And good luck with the weather. I know that you've had some storms. So have we. And there's another low getting to come through you again this week,
Yeah,
as well as the East Coast. So
you got
be
it.
safe.
All right, and you
And
too.
I hope
Stay
to
safe.
talk to you. I hope to talk to you before Thanksgiving. But if I don't, because I'm having issues with my injury,
Okay.
so I will hopefully talk to you before Thanksgiving, honey.
You will, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen. WCC in the chat. All right, always coming in and giving us the scoop on what's going on out here in these TikTok streets, as well as some of the truth that's going on in the real world. All right, thank you, CC. Love you
Thank
very
you, honey,
much.
and thank you guys for the coins. I
All
appreciate
right,
it.
all right, WCC in the chat. Love you. All right. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, it is a show of force this morning. To the Trump supporters, you see what we're doing right now. I know what makes you all upset right now. You can't believe that the Democrats are pretty much at peace right now. We're not threatening to, go to the Capitol and protest the results. We're smiling because we see what's coming and it's not intimidating us. But you all clearly are terrified. You can't believe we're not panicking. Don't worry, though. Don't worry. The best is yet to come. If you're a Trump supporter, please put a 1 in the chat, and I'll bring you up here, and we'll take care of you, and we'll lower your taxes, and we'll drill, baby, drill like you've never seen it. All right. Put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump supporter. All right. I'm just crying. No, I'm not crying. Where am I crying? As you can see, I'm having quite the time. I'm having quite the time of my life because guess what? I already see it coming. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Who do we have here? Oh, wait a second. I can't bring you up. I tried to bring you up. It didn't work. Katie Bell, come on up here. Katie Bell. Interesting. I don't think I've spoken with you before. Democrats are so... Oh, there you go. Max the Canadian GSD. Please come on up here. Lee, good morning. All right. Hey, Max the Canadian GSD, if you don't mind, please come up here and put a little meat on the bone and explain exactly what the heck you're saying. You just can't come into my chat and make up statements that you and I both know aren't true. Oh, Mr. Nice, whatever you want to call yourself, don't come in here and then say that I'm your favorite. I think it's clear you're just jealous of Big Zeus, all right? Oh, shut the door. You wrote F you to Zeus? Wow. You know what's so sad? What's so sad is I would have expected all of you Trump supporters to, really be happy this morning. Hey, you got your daddy. Your daddy's in the White House, and there's really nothing else left to complain about. All right, okay, he's putting a bunch of 1s in my chat. Okay, you want to come back up here? Oh, sorry. Okay, wait a second. Good morning, Meredith. How are you? I accidentally selected the wrong one, but I'll talk to you. Good morning, Meredith. How are you? Hey, how are you?
1 second.
Are you there, Meredith? No, someone wrote, "Do we like Biden again?" I've always liked President Biden. Well, there's a lot of noise back there, Meredith. Uh-oh, Meredith? I think the TV is so loud or something, but maybe I'll bring you back up, all right, Meredith? Send me another guest request, Meredith, all right, if you don't mind, Meredith. I think there was a lot of noise. I want you to get nice. Jesus Christ. Sir, come on now. You asked me to bring you up. You're pressing 1 and all of that background noise. Like, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Why you got all that background noise?
I'm driving to work right now.
Oh,
so
wait a second.
Down, but
you can't be driving. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a Trump supporter begging me to get in the box, and guess what he's doing? Driving. Ladies and gentlemen, he knows better. If you knew better, you'd do better. Let's give him a round of boos and shame. Why would you do that? Come on now, you gotta party that thing. All right, if you're a Trump supporter, real quickly, send a guest request or put a 1 in the chat. I can't bring you up, whoever that is with the fairy. I can't bring you up. You don't have enough for me to actually send a request to. But if you put a guest request in, I might be able to bring you up. All right. Oh, there you go. I see you right now. All right. You've been very persistent. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Hi. Are you a Trump? You voted for Trump?
I sure did.
What part of the country are you in?
I'm in Virginia.
All right. Shout out to Virginia. How old are you, if you don't mind?
I'm 20.
Huh?
I'm 20 years old.
Are you at the point now where you're starting to kind of regret that you did that?
No, I'm getting a tax cut, so.
Oh, how much? How much are you making now?
400.
400,000 a year?
Mm-hmm.
Doing what? In what industry?
Restaurant business.
Oh, what part? You own a restaurant, or that's just taxes and which restaurant do you own?
I don't want to say.
Well, how did you end up acquiring
4.
the business? How did you end up acquiring the restaurant?
Inheriting.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Really? That's pretty impressive. How many employees you got?
Like 20.
Interesting. So, what part of the tax cut are you directly benefiting
I'm
from?
lying. I don't need to
There's a
lie.
lot of noise in the background. Are you stable?
I'm in my bedroom.
Well, I thought. Wait a second. How are you a restaurant owner? Shouldn't you be, engaging in the business of the restaurants?
No,
So
it's not.
that's why
No.
people think you're lying.
I mean,
You
I
wouldn't
don't
you
really
wouldn't come
care
up
if they
here.
believe me or not.
You would
Like,
you
it's
would
the
you wouldn't
truth.
you wouldn't come up here and just lie on
I
TikTok
would never.
I don't know. Let me see something. Let me see something. Hold on. You only have 51 followers. Come on, that's a joke. You got to come up here with a little more
That's a
credibility.
joke.
Yeah, you got to come up here with more credibility. I'm trying to be nice,
So,
but no one but I don't
okay,
believe you
so
own a
let's.
restaurant. I don't believe you own a restaurant. You don't give
Well, you're
me.
entitled to your opinion.
Well, name the restaurant.
I'm not gonna name it in front of like all these people. Like, no.
Well, it doesn't mean if you name it, it's going to change anything. What do you think these people are going to do? I've had people
I
come up
don't
here
know.
and name
There's
their
very
business.
crazy people out here. Like,
Oh, okay. So it's
and it's not a
is there more
bone
than one?
restaurant. Like, are you kidding me?
What? So, what type of food do you serve at this restaurant then?
Hispanic food,
Oh, okay. What's the main dish?
like pupusas.
Pupusas. Okay. So I'm assuming you're Hispanic.
Yeah.
Okay. So the tax cuts are directly going to make you and your family a lot happier, I would imagine.
Yeah, but that's not the only reason why I did this.
Did those what?
Make the decision to vote for him. Like, there was other more.
I mean, but you understand, you sound like we're not really getting to the truth about who you are and the reason you voted for Trump. If it's the tax cuts, okay, you run a restaurant. Is it more than one restaurant?
Yeah, and it's one in my home country as well,
What's your home country?
El Salvador.
El
So we're
Salvador. Okay.
international.
So why? Okay, what's the other reason?
Basically, he's gonna make America great again. He's gonna secure our borders, like he's never had before. Like, he's going to make our military stronger. He's going to invest in high tech quality for our soldiers. He is also going to reduce the rate of homelessness
Where do you get your information from? That
from his website. You can
Okay.
go and look on there.
Oh, okay. So let's talk about, I hate to do it, but obviously the one thing is mass deportations, right? That would have a direct impact on you and your community, right?
Not mine.
Why not?
I'm a citizen,
Do you know anyone that immigrated into this country?
not illegally.
Well, it depends on what you
I mean,
define
that's why
as.
we have a system and a process.
But it,
Why are we allowing these people to do that and like break a law?
do you speak Spanish?
I do.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to double check. How would you say? How would you say something in Spanish? I need a phrase. I want to hear your Spanish to make sure.
What does this have to do with anything? I'm
I just
confused.
wanted to know if you could speak Spanish.
And if I couldn't, what would that like?
Well, I
What would
know
that?
you're telling the truth or not.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Oh, that's a simple one. That's an easy one. Knock it off. Come on now. That's easy. Hola, ¿cómo estás? I know that. Give me something a little more meat on the
Okay.
bone. Give me something
Okay,
that
I'll
just
give you
speaks.
something more. I'll give you
Yeah.
something more. Tu nariz es bien grande y creo que no tienes pelo.
Okay. Now, what did that mean?
That you are a handsome man.
Okay. You're gonna get a lot. I don't know, but I gotta double check. Is that what she said? Is that what she said to my Spanish speaking people out there? Is that what she just said? Because I still think we can't trust it just yet. Is that what she said? Let me see. Nope. Oh, somebody said no. Oh, she's lying. You wouldn't do that to Zeus. Knock it off.
I wouldn't.
Okay, she's lying. Okay, wow. Why would you lie to Zeus like that?
So then what? So then what did I say? If it wasn't that, I'm confused.
I'm just going to just say, oh my God. Okay, it is what it is. All right. Someone said she insulted you. Oh, yeah. See how you got to do that? Now what?
That doesn't sound like my character.
Say it again. What you
It
just
doesn't
said.
sound like
Say
my
what
character.
you say. What you just said again.
I said
Yeah, I know perro means dog. Say it again.
I never said pero.
Who speaks Spanish? I'm gonna have to bring someone up here on the Democrat side. If you are a Democrat, you speak Spanish.
Democrat side? Are you kidding
Yeah,
me?
put it. Let me see. Let me see who speaks Spanish up in here. All right, we're gonna get somewhere. Hold on. Oh yeah. Okay, let's see. Who do we got? Shay. Yeah, there we go. Shay, did you hear what she just said?
Yeah, she said you have a nose like a dog.
Oh.
That's not true, and you don't
Yes, you
speak
did.
Spanish. Shut up.
Oh,
That's not
wait.
true because
That's
what
exactly
I said
what
was
you
that
said.
he has a
Narices
big
nose, pero
nose.
is
I said that
dog.
he's ugly and he
Yes.
has a big nose. Nobody said he has a nose as a dog. So
Wait,
you
wait.
don't speak
Perro.
Spanish.
Wait.
No, you said
So,
I speak Spanish. I know
You
exactly
clearly
what you
don't because
said.
that's not what I
Yeah, you
said.
did.
ma'am, did you say that I'm ugly and have a nose like a dog?
No, I said you have a big nose and you're ugly. I never said you have a nose
You
like a
didn't say
dog.
feo. You didn't say grande. No,
I
that's not what you
did.
said. No, you didn't.
Well, so wouldn't you say that was pretty rude?
Yeah, she was very
You
rude
told
to
me to
you.
say a phrase and you brought someone up that clearly doesn't even know
No,
Spanish.
Yes, I do speak Spanish, honey. I
You
used to
don't
teach
because
Spanish.
I
Yes,
never
I
said
do.
that.
You know what? We'll play it back. You know he records this,
Okay, so
right?
then let's play it back. Where's the recording?
ma'am. Why
You'll
would
get
you
it.
say? Why
You'll
would you
get it.
say? Why would you? You said something ugly and dog, and you don't think
I
that's
did not
rude?
say dog.
You said
Why would I?
ugly.
Why would I even say
There's plenty of
dog?
Spanish
That doesn't make
speakers in the
sense.
chat. We all agree you said perro at the end.
I
You also said
didn't.
nariz. You did not say grande. You did not
I
say
literally
feo.
did. I
You did not
said
say
tú
anything
tienes un
in that
grande
said that
nariz.
he's ugly like a dog. You didn't say that.
She didn't say
So
dog exactly. Like, girl, you don't even speak Spanish.
yes, I
Like
do.
what?
Yes, I do. I know exactly
I
what you
didn't.
said.
I admitted to what I said. I called him ugly and I said his nose was big. Nobody said
Well, then guess what? You get.
Yeah, no, she did. She did.
Unfortunately, she's a liar. And to be honest, how do you say ugly in Spanish? Feo.
Feo.
Muy feo, muy feo, muy feo. All right. And it's when you're ugly on the inside, whatever you want to call yourself. All right. And you're ugly on the outside like that. I understand why you only have 51 followers, and you don't even want to turn on your camera.
Oh yeah, no, she's lying. Now I was going to ask her where pupusas are from. So they are Salvadorian, El Salvadorian. So she did match on that, but outside that, I don't believe anything she says.
Why would she come up here and just be so secretive about everything she's got going on and then expose herself to be an ugly person, Shay? Unless she's a certified MAGA demon. Right? These people have no shame.
Yeah,
no shame.
They don't. That's all like.
Well, guess what I'm going to do? We're going to call her Muy Fea. Muy Fea. Is it fea or fea? Is it fea? Muy Fea. You got up here on TikTok Monday morning, ungrateful to Joe Biden and the Democrats for all of the freedom and liberties that you have. You're running a little restaurant business in whatever state you said, and you want mass deportations. Well, guess what? Now that you said what you said, I hope you get deported. Ladies and gentlemen, let's send her to the lake of fire. She got to go first. She's guilty.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
There you go. All right. Well, speaking of that, Shay, let's finish up with what we are doing.
What's up, everybody? How's
Yes.
everybody in the kingdom? Everybody getting ready for, you may or may not be celebrating Indigenous Day on Thursday. And if you're not, I hope you do something wonderful with your day.
Yes.
Yes, and time with family and friends and whoever you love. So, yeah,
So-
for sure.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Somebody keeps saying she didn't say dog. I heard dog.
I heard perro. It wasn't pelo. Everybody kept saying it's hair. She did not say pelo.
Oh, pelo
I
hair.
speak Spanish, people.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Enough is enough. I
Thank
heard
you.
what said.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. And she's full of it. She needs to, anyway. So, life is interesting out here. I tell you, I've kind of disconnected from some of the noise for a little bit.
That's good.
Yeah, just because I want to focus on family and holidays and things like that. But yeah, it's interesting. I don't know about you guys, but I don't see most of his cabinet getting confirmed. Like, I'm kind of wondering if RFK is going to make it through. Junior, should always say Junior because he's nothing like his father.
Yeah.
Tulsi
Well, why does he not want to? He's not trying to have him do the background checks. Why?
Because he knows that they're all just because he knows their backgrounds won't clear them. That's the only reason. Oh my goodness, it's Michael. Hi,
Michael is back. Welcome, Michael. Welcome back, champ. How are you?
Hey, my friend, how are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
I am okay. I'm actually just trying here to connect it with. There we go.
There we go. Oh, cameras
How are you,
on.
brother?
You know the rule. Cameras are on. And Michael Cohen's in the box.
No face, no place in the kingdom.
guys, but I haven't done anything with myself this morning. So I'm not turning on my camera, but I love you.
You know what they say? No face, no place in the kingdom.
Yeah.
Amen. Amen.
Zeus knows what I look like.
We know. You're fine, Shay. You're
Thank
fine.
you. I love you guys, but
You know, to give you the answer, I'm not so sure that I agree wholeheartedly that he's not going to get his cabinet picks. Certainly, he's not going to get them all. We've been
That's what I'm
fortunate,
hearing, yeah.
and we saw that the Senate showed that they have some backbone. That they went ahead and they forced the revocation of the nomination of Matt Gaetz, who was wholly unqualified. In fact, Matt himself knew that he was wholly unqualified. It's a job that requires prosecutorial experience. He didn't have it. But let's take, for example, guys like Pete Hegseth, who is the one that everybody seems to be concentrating on. You start to take a look and you listen to some of the senators, the senator from Missouri, the senator from North Dakota. You start to see the senators, and they're not taking the same stance with Pete Hegseth that they took with Matt Gaetz. Now, a lot of people got angry at me on my own program.
Really?
When I turned around and I said, I want to be clear. Unlike many people who they're so partisan that they allow the partisanship to sort of cloud their mind in regard to what is reality and what is Disneyland.
Oh,
I live in reality.
Me
not
too.
Disneyland. The president-elect has the right to choose his cabinet. That's just the way it is. And if he's not picking his cabinet, who should? Joe Biden, right? Kamala Harris, Michael Cohen, Zeus? The answer is no. He gets to pick it. Our hope is that the Senate has a backbone and they take those that are not competent or qualified and that they reject the nomination like they tried to do with Justice Kavanaugh. They put them through the grill. But nevertheless, what happened to Kavanaugh? He ended up getting elected, and he got seated as a Supreme Court justice anyway. My fear is that these folks are going to end up, too many of them are going to end up like a Linda McMahon, who has no experience in Department of Education. They're just very Trumpy, and that they understand. And he wants acolytes in his administration. He wants people who pledge their fealty to him, not to the country. And that's where by the way, that's where this show, where my Michael Cohen show on YouTube and others, this is where this community is so absolutely vital to the future of our democratic republic. Because
Amen.
it hits the fan, and trust me, it will. It's all of these communities that will pull us all together and turn around and ultimately bring us all to a point that our only superpower is to vote them out in the midterms and make sure that we put in people who are willing to do the right thing to stand
Amen.
for the Constitution.
Amen. Now, Michael, let's be honest. Are you starting to catch the vibe that some folks are regretting they voted for Donald Trump like I am? Because it just seems to me like they're not happy out here.
Yeah, well, too bad, because they did.
W. Shay, welcome, Shay. W.
Well, thank God for filters. That's all I'm going to say. Hey, you fake it till you make it in this world, right?
There
Hey.
you go.
There you go.
Shay, you're going to have to teach me how to use these filters.
Oh my Lord, you don't need them.
So
Yeah, you
here's-
guys have it so easy compared to us, but you know.
Here's the crazy thing. Whether they regret it today or not, it's too late. He already told you what was going on. The fact that he claimed he didn't know anything about Project 2025, and clearly we know that he did.
Exactly.
This is on you. So now you're going to need to change your mindset and stop regretting something that you can't go back. It's almost like if you go to Disney, you're on It's a Small World. That's the ride where it goes like a half a mile an hour, and it's like 20 minutes of watching the same sort of puppet singing It's a Small World. You're like, what the fuck did I do this? Right? Well, you did, and you can't jump out in the middle of the water, so you wait till the end of the ride, you get off, and you go to something more exciting. That's the part that I'm trying to say. You can regret all you want. It doesn't change a thing.
Wow.
It doesn't change it. Do you know what will change it?
What's that?
Turn around in 2026 during the midterm elections and make sure that only competent people are actually there who are willing to fight for America, the American people, the Constitution, and not fight for one man.
Yeah. Tell him, Michael. And it's either that or I'm pushing that he's probably going to get impeached. I just don't think he can do.
I sadly don't think he will.
Because
he
he's
has the majority in both houses.
But he got impeached twice.
It's impossible for him to be impeached.
What if he does something very terrible? I mean, do you think he's not going to do anything very terrible, or do you think he's going to be doing something very terrible that would just push it to the point where it's, you know what, we got to do it?
Yeah, he's not
I
going
would
to
say never, but I don't know.
He does. They control the House and they control the Senate. The House would be required to file articles of impeachment, which they never will, and then the Senate would have to then vote within which to approve the articles of impeachment, which will also never happen.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, we're gonna.
Well, sadly,
I'm going to hold out hope. Hopefully, I get what you're saying. I don't think they'll really do it, but you know what? I think that he just might do something super terrible while he's in office. Now, whether they impeach him, that's up. The chances are it likely won't happen. I agree, but I think he's going to do something very, very terrible.
Well, we know that the very first thing out of the gate he intends to do is the mass deportation bill. He did the same thing March of 2017. True. It didn't go through, but then again, it didn't go through not because it wasn't a bill that he was putting forward, but because the House was not Republican. It's just plain and the facts are the facts, right? And people want to fight the facts. We all knew what he intended to do with Project 2025. He made it crystal clear. But yet, like this woman from this phony from Virginia.
The butterfly girl. Yeah.
She's a phony in every single respect. She took high school Spanish as many of us did. I'm shocked she didn't turn around and go, ¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
Sad. Just sad. That's
Yeah,
sad.
it's very sad to come onto a show like yours and to do what? To sit there and try to be someone to make up. But her points are well taken, and they should be well taken. She's clearly a Trump supporter.
Yeah.
And if you listen to the things that she was rattling off, they are straight out of his website. He's going to fix the border. He's going to make sure homeless is eradicated. He's going to make sure that nobody goes hungry. Everybody has a brand new car. Everybody has a mansion to live in. Do you not understand that so far the only people who have made a ton of money are the people who don't need to make a ton of money? They have more money than they could spend in 100 lifetimes.
Wow.
Instead, Elon Musk made $36 billion since Trump ended up becoming president. I think it's more now. But the top 10 billionaires made over $60 billion. So I asked the 2,000 people that are with us right now, how much did you make? How much money have you made? All right, as a result of Trump becoming president. Now, I want to tell you something. Like, you got a lot of haters that follow you too.
Yeah.
I'm not crying about this. My hope, and I've said this before, and a lot of people again got angry at me. I want to see Trump succeed as our 47th president of the United States. Anyone that wants to see him fail, I think you are an idiot. Why? Because if Trump fails, the country fails. If the country fails, we all fail. So why would you want your president to fail? I want him to succeed so that we all succeed. You should want your president to succeed. And all these folks that sit there and they say, oh, it's not possible, and so on. That sort of mindset, that rhetoric, that's good for a campaign. But he won the election. It's a free and fair election. There's going to be a peaceful transfer of power, which is what makes our country what we are.
Exactly.
So this isn't about crying about Trump won. It makes no difference at this point, whether I wanted Kamala Harris to win or not.
Now, can I ask a question?
Trump won.
You said you want Trump to be successful. Do you want him to be successful as in successfully doing the mass deportations and successful as in those tariffs? You want him to be successful at that, or how are you perceiving success?
Success is where it benefits the entire United States of America, not just his MAGA supporters or his specific base.
Got it.
Let me say this about tariffs.
Yes, please educate some of us.
Yeah. So do you know that the number one Googled question after the election? Do you know what it was?
I know a couple of them, but
no, number one.
How do tariffs work?
No, what is a tariff?
Oh, look at that. I was close.
They didn't even know what a tariff was. But yet, if you spoke to them, as many people did in interviews, they would turn around and tell you, well, he's going to implement tariffs and then we're not going to have to pay taxes and everything, all prices are going to go down. That's just not how it works. There are 27. I will tell you that tariffs will send us into a recession overnight. Your pen that you pay for, that's like 50 cents because it has a name on it. It's got a little flashlight, a little stylus attached to it. You buy these things, right? The 50 cents they give away, that will be $10. You say, how is that possible?
Harvey, are you listening?
Harvey, you don't understand then what a tariff is. A tariff will turn around and pass the expense onto the consumer. Think about it this way. If China has to pay a 100% tariff on the item, who ends up picking up that 100%? Well, it would be the distributor, right? The wholesaler.
Right.
The wholesaler then sells it to the distributor, who then sells it to the consumer. Each one has to pick up additional expense in order for them to make their profit. Okay? At the end of the day, when you go to make your profit, who ultimately pays the profit to it's the consumer. It's just plain and simple. It's simple economics.
Yeah.
Understand it. If you don't understand it, you should read on it.
Amen.
Yeah, don't just sit there and try to say, well, Joe at the bar turned around and told me. Nobody gives a shit what Joe had to say. Because it's
Tell him. Well, listen, are you okay with bringing up a Trump supporter, Michael, and us having some church? All right, Shay? I'm going to bring up a Trump supporter, Shay, all right? W. Shay in the chat, all right? We're going to start engaging
Michael, real quick, I'm glad you clarified because you know the MAGA world's running around saying Michael Cohen is all now praising Trump's cabinet and he the Democrats and all that.
By the way,
shit. I'm glad you're clearing that.
Can I touch on that before you bring in the Trump supporter, or bring them up for this anyway? Here's the thing. There are some of Trump's picks that I'm absolutely okay with. I don't personally like them. I may not like their policy, but they are competent people. I'm going to give you an example. You take, for example, Mike Huckabee. Mike Huckabee is competent. I know Mike Huckabee. I have spent quite a bit of time with Mike Huckabee. I don't agree with his position, for example, that there should only be a one-state solution. There shouldn't even be a conversation in the Middle East with Palestine for a two-state solution, right? I'm not saying there should or there shouldn't be. It's not my decision. It's Bibi Netanyahu's and Palestine's decision how that goes. But he is certainly competent. And one thing I will acknowledge and recognize, Donald Trump has the absolute 100% right to pick and choose his cabinet, who he wants to work with. We, of course, have the right to criticize it, but that doesn't change the reality. My hope is that they do things that's not only beneficial to their supporters and to the right wing, but that it benefits all Americans, plain and simple.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Love you guys.
All right. Love you, Shay. W. Shay in the chat. Thank you. All right. Wow. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my goodness. As you can see, you never know what's going to happen in the kingdom. If you're a Trump supporter, all right, and you want to come up here and get answers to those questions, please put a 1 in the chat. I'll bring you right on up here. We'll straighten you out. We'll lower your...
It's so funny, Zeus. So you get a lot of the same stupid comments that I get when I speak fact. Now he's a Trump supporter. Now I hate Michael Cohen and so on. I'm not here to tickle your ass with a feather. Let me be clear about that. If you don't, I am not a Trump supporter. All right. In fact, I've been very vocal about why I didn't think that he was the right person for the next 4 years as our president. However, he won the election. That's called reality. You want to live in fantasy land? Move to fucking Orlando, Florida. Go become a registered resident of Disneyland and go live in Cinderella's castle. Because you're living in a fantasy land. He is going to be on January 20th, 2025, inaugurated as the 47th president of the United States, whether you like it or not. That is called a fact. If you want to say, no, there are guardrails to prevent certain things like a Matt Gaetz from becoming attorney general. It's called the Senate. These are all facts that if you understood policy, if you understood process, you would understand. You would understand the reality of where we are, plain and simple.
Hello.
Hey, Snuggles.
Hey, how you doing? It's been a long time, maybe a few months.
Yeah.
All right. So I wanted to clarify this because we had to talk about this the last time about the 34 convictions being reversed. Do you think they will be reversed?
The answer is I don't know. And I try not to live in the world of hypothetical. What I did say is, and I said it to Vanity Fair, I actually think that they should. I think that they should. I said it to Vanity Fair to a journalist. Why?
Really?
I did, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Alvin Bragg had every opportunity to bring the case 1 year earlier. You'll remember Mark Pomerantz, who was the lead DA, he was the lead for the DA's office, lead attorney, had the whole case outlined. Alvin Bragg chose not to do it. Okay. I'm not the DA. I respect his decision. They waited too long between all of the delays, between the appeals and so on. Trump beat the system again.
I see.
He did. And I believe that the office of the presidency is paramount to any of this other crap. I don't want to see the president, my president, whether you like him or not, I don't want to see my president with felony convictions having to go and to meet with other leaders of the world under those circumstances. I have tremendous respect for the office of the presidency, regardless of who's sitting behind the Lincoln desk.
So what you're saying is he beat the system?
I say he beat the system.
Or the system did what it's supposed to do?
No, I believe he beat the system.
How did he beat the system? How?
Well, you also have the Supreme Court of the United States that came out with one of the, what I would say, and what many constitutional law professors say, is an absolutely ridiculous decision of presidential immunity.
Wow.
You know, our president is supposed to be just that. He's supposed to be the leader, not the king, but he's supposed to be the leader of our country, right? What the Presidential Immunity Act states is that basically he is untouchable. Right? As long as you claim that what it is that you're doing is in furtherance of your job.
So why didn't the prosecutors and people across this country know he had presidential immunity before putting him all over the news?
Because he didn't. He wasn't president of the United States. He wasn't president elect.
It's looking like it now that he was president.
He wasn't president elect. He wasn't president when the case was brought. He was like you and me and Zeus. He was a civilian.
Okay. All right. So I just wanted to get that straight because you told me that it would never be reversed. The 34 counts would never be reversed. But I just wanted to
the 34 counts will not be reversed. It's just that there won't be a sentencing, which means if there's no sentence, it means he's not a felon.
Yeah, but they're waiting. They're waiting.
No, folks, you're wrong about that. Just because he was found guilty by the jury of 12,
right?
All right. At this point in time, he's guilty of 34 counts, but the felony conviction does not come into play until after sentencing. So,
but this whole case could be the whole convictions could be overturned by the final decision of the judge. Is that correct?
Say that
Those
again?
charges will be gone.
Well, first of all, I think you're presuming that that's what the judge can do. You know what the judge could also do? He could turn around and fine him $1, and then the convictions stand.
Oh!
And he could suspend it or give him probation, and then do time served under probation. There's many things that Judge Merchan can do, and I have no idea what that will be. I just will go ahead and say once again that I have the utmost of respect for the office of the presidency. Why? Because the plurality of Americans chose that individual. Even if I'm not the one, that's not the one that I wanted. I respect the will of the people because that's what makes this country a democratic republic.
Oh, okay.
Well, well. Listen, Snuggles and Michael. I honestly, I think there needs to be some accountability for the crimes, right? Don't we think there needs to be some accountability for him doing all of this?
They didn't do everything correctly in the court.
Okay. Whoa.
They didn't wait for the Supreme Court to make its decision. They went ahead, ignored that there was something.
There needs to be accountability, Snuggles.
No, they didn't do it. That wasn't a fair trial for Donald Trump.
Whoa. First of all, that was a fair trial. There were 22 witnesses. There were allegations that were brought against him.
Thank you.
But some of those witnesses were from the federal investigation. Some of those witnesses were from the federal investigation. And that's why this case will be overturned. Because there's technicalities and errors. Major technicalities and errors.
And you have
a fair trial.
And you have an in to Judge Merchan that you know that that's going to be the result? Or is that just your opinion?
It's his opinion.
It's a fact. We'll meet up later when those convictions are.
No. It's not a fact. A fact is that there were 34 counts brought against Donald Trump. A fact is that there were 22 witnesses. Another fact is that a jury of 12 were impaneled with 6 alternates. Another fact is that 34 counts of guilt ended up coming out of the mouths of the 12 independent jurors. Those are facts. What
Thank
you're
you.
bringing up is your opinion, which is based upon your opinion. And
It's not an opinion. It's factual, and you know these cases will be overturned, Mr. Michael Cohen. And I want to meet you again. They will be overturned from those technicalities.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Sure, Snuggie. All right. As far as
You're
we're
gonna pay me the soul food money back too, Mr.
No. Is there any other questions that you have to ask? All right, you've done enough damage. All right, you don't know anything.
Okay.
It's all misinformation and opinion with you still. And have those charges haven't been dismissed, right?
But he said they may.
Oh, okay.
He did say they might be dropped, though.
That's that's.
At first he did.
Well,
That's
he said
it.
they won't be.
All right.
Then he
By
said
the
they
way,
will.
when you use the word might, Snuggles, might doesn't necessarily refer to fact. It
Thank
refers
you.
to opinion.
But he did say might. At first you said no, but
you.
then you said might.
Thank you.
We'll come back to this, and you're gonna owe me my soul food. I can
Yeah.
guarantee you. And I like you, Michael, but you are gonna be wrong on this one. I'd like to meet you back though, because you're
Okay,
great.
you see, he's concerned, Cohen. Don't worry about him though.
What are you talking about, Zeus?
Because his daddy, his cult leader is definitely in serious trouble right now.
Zeus.
Unfortunately.
Michael's been correct.
Yeah, fair enough. You may have won the battle, but you haven't won the war,
Who won the
Snuggie.
presidency? Who won
Ladies
the
and gentlemen,
presidency,
you
sir?
know what? I got to get rid of Snuggles. All right, I've heard enough, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, send him to the lake of fire. Let's give him a huge round of booze and shame. We don't want to hear Snuggles anymore. Get him out of here.
Silence, you MAGA Damon.
He is so desperate to just get something out of this. I don't know what's wrong with him and his little followers out here. All right, let's see. If you're a Trump supporter, please put a 1 in the chat. I'll bring you right on up
And I
here.
also turn around and say to people, and this one sort of upsets me a lot, when people want to turn around and make the allegation that the election was rigged. All right? And they're talking about how Elon Musk with Trump, that they rigged the election, that they cheated. Do you realize that by saying that, all you're doing is you're parroting what MAGA did in 2020? Again, what makes America the beacon on top of the hill of democracy is our free and fair elections. So every time that you turn around and any time that your party doesn't win, you go right back to the MAGA thing, which is it was stolen. It was stolen, the big lie. We should not be playing that game.
They say there were those bullet ballots. Did you hear about that in all of the battle? Well, then what is that? How do you explain that? I mean, that is very concerning to a lot of us out here. I mean, we did so much work to try to win this election. We brought so much facts, and then all of a sudden you hear about Elon paying people to vote. And Elon just seems to be all over this. I mean, he weaponized Twitter. As far as I'm concerned, election interference. He talks to Putin. Election interference. It has to be. Wouldn't you say?
Well, I don't know exactly what Elon Musk did, but if there's election interference, it's a crime. That's 100% a crime. And he will be held accountable.
Thank you.
By the way, let me also be clear about something too. Knowing Trump better than anybody. I mean, don't forget, I was with the guy for a decade and a half. I don't see this what do they call bromance, right, between Trump and Elon Musk lasting a very long time. You know, you're talking about two very, very narcissistic personalities. They're both very self-absorbed. Donald doesn't like to share the spotlight, and everywhere you turn, Elon Musk is camera right. After a short while, that starts to get on Donald's nerves. He hates that shit. At which point in time, he will do what he has done to so many, and that's just cut him loose.
Yeah. I've heard over the weekend that things aren't going so well between him and Elon. There was an argument. There was an outburst at Mar-a-Lago. Trump seems to want more of the attention than Elon, and Elon seems to want more of the attention than Trump. And so there's that, right?
Yeah, and there was no friendship that was behind it. That he's able to forgive, which Donald does not do readily. So it's like I said, it just becomes a matter of time.
Bingo. All right, let's see. Babies' lives matters. Good morning.
Hey, how's it going? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you voted for Trump, right?
I did. Nice to see you again, Mr. Cohen. You might remember me. My name is Chris Forbes. You cursed me out the last time I was on your live.
I probably did.
Well,
it was only because I brought up the.
Wait a second. What happened? What is your issue up here? All right, we don't got time to do all of that. All right, get straight to the point.
Yes, sir. He was talking about Trump and he was telling us how terrible of a man and businessman that he was. And I brought up the fact that Michael Cohen inflated his taxi medallions in the 90s and got in trouble for it.
And I turned around.
Wait. Hold on.
You still have no idea what you're talking about. You still didn't even read.
Is that not true? I want everybody to go and look at. Okay, well, everybody in the chat. Everybody in the chat, you can go and look it up. See what was going on with Michael Cohen and his taxi medallions, and also.
Had nothing. By the way, I was not charged with anything on the taxi medallion.
Okay. So I just want you guys to know.
But sir, honestly, what is the issue? Because
my issue is.
Well, my issue is. Let me say what my issue is. You voted for Trump, and you know what he's done. Why do all of a sudden folks like you get up here and want to draw a line? And say, well, now I have a problem with people doing wrong. To me, that's what bothers me about all of this.
Right. So my answer to that is Michael Cohen worked for this man for a long time, and he also lied to Congress on him. I mean, he lied to Congress on Trump's behalf.
But
so
sir,
terrible. Why did you stay there?
Sir,
why did you lie to Congress on his behalf?
Wait a second.
You told them it was 3 times instead of 10 times, right?
Right. And
right. So why did you lie to Congress on a terrible man's behalf?
Hold on.
Whose direction and in whose benefit? How did that benefit me? 3 or
How did
4?
it?
I was staying on Trump's message because I was in the cult. I was in the camp very much like you. And let me also tell you this. Go back and look at what the charges were. All right.
I know exactly.
Hold on, sir. Let him finish responding.
There was nothing there that had to do with taxi medallions. If you know anything about the medallion industry, do you know anything about the medallion industry?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. What was the maximum price per medallion? New York City. I won't even get to my Chicago medallions. My New York City medallion. What was the maximum price for a New York City taxi medallion?
Whatever you inflated it to, sir.
I inflated it?
You inflated it, sir.
Sir. Come on. Come on, bro.
From, sir.
I had 32,
Jesus Christ.
I had 32 New York City taxi medallions out of how many taxi medallions exist in the city of New York?
They're looking it up in the. They're
Just
looking it
tell
up right
me
now.
How many?
Sir.
Tell me how many?
Just answer the question.
I'm not sure.
13,284 New York City taxi medallions. I had 32. How the fuck does somebody with 32 medallions end up changing anything when there's 13,284 controlled by the city of New York who is selling them at auction, which I didn't even buy any. Dude, you are so stupid. You're so
is he the only one that can talk? I can't.
Wait a second. Hold on. Hold on.
Every time I talk, this man cuts me.
I gotta mute you because.
Wow.
I gotta mute you. You got. Listen, we gotta run the show. Listen, I don't really want to get in. Oops, sorry, Michael. Michael, send another guest request. I dropped the wrong person.
You tried to kick.
Michael, send another guest. Oops, I'm so sorry. I dropped Michael on accident. Send the guest request, please, Michael. There you go, bro. Come on back up here. What we're not going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is sorry about that. I accidentally dropped the wrong guest. You know what I do? I get up here and we talk about Donald J. Trump. You got personal issues with content creators. You go to their platform and do that. All right? Act like you got some manners out here. I get it. The Thunderdome is a tough place to be, but if you can't handle the truth, don't get in the box.
You know, the funny thing, Zeus, 32 New York City taxi medallions that I bought, my very first one in 1996. In 1996, the city of New York sold the very last one at auction, which went to a slew of medallion operators at $1.4 million per medallion. How do I have any effect on that price? So if they're going for 1.4, am I not allowed to say that mine is 1.4? I'll tell you what I didn't do. I didn't say that it was 3 times the value. I didn't say it was, right, 4.2 million. I said it was 1.4. And it's backed up by what the city sold the last medallion for. Yes, Uber ruined the industry. They sure did. So when they come up and they want to start saying there was never a charge. In fact, I've never had an issue with any of the banks over that either. So it's unbelievable how this guy is so myopic.
Well, but here's the thing, Michael. What you got happening in your personal life, I don't really want to have to make you feel like you got to explain, right? And honestly, because it to me is more of an issue he needs to work on. I don't get how they can come at you, me, or anybody else on this app and say, well, you're a terrible person, and overlook all the terrible things Donald Trump has done. That's my biggest grief. My gripe. If you come up here, you voted for Donald Trump, a person you know who's immoral, you know what he's done, cheating on his wives, you know the cases, all right? And you see all this stuff. Don't get up here and all of a sudden act like you have a problem with people lying.
Right.
Because to me, I'm going, wait a second. You voted for the biggest liar on the planet.
And by the way, to all of these folks, just so you know, on Friday, I finished my complete sentence. I got my discharge. 6 years, by the way, for another guy getting his pecker pulled by a porn star. 6
Wow.
years.
Congratulations, Michael. That's what we're talking about. You got to take accountability and work on doing the rehabilitation. I mean, I get it. When you're in that cult, and you're only one of the people that's came out and told us just what you would do for this guy. When you're in that cult, I believe you will do some of the most terrible things for Donald Trump, because guess what? It's like, wow, he loves me every day, isn't it? I wasn't in there like that, but I would imagine every day you're hanging out with him. He's making you laugh, telling jokes, inviting you. How do you say no to a guy like that?
Well, you don't. I mean, that's the whole thing. And by the way, there was a lot of activity going on. It was also mentally very stimulating. Some of the projects we were working on, like 1,000-acre landfill remediation project.
Yeah.
I have never in my life, done a landfill project where I had to install a passive methane gas collection system, turn that into energy, and then take all the leachate that was in the Passaic and burn it and turn it into fine sand. I mean, these were really, for me, as a guy who is a deal junkie, it was incredibly enjoyable. And my time with Donald Trump, as I even stated when I was on the stand, I enjoyed my time.
Yeah.
I did stupid things that I shouldn't have done. I took responsibility. I was on paper. I didn't get a single second, not a minute, not an hour, not a day, not a week, nothing off my sentence. 0. Other people do. I didn't get a single one. 6 years to be involved with it over what? The whole thing was really about him getting his pecker pulled by a porn star, and we did not want that information to come out because it was right on the eve of what just came out, which was the Billy Bush tape. Plain and simple.
And it wasn't just you doing wrong. And I think that's the part I want to make sure. And again, when I do this show, I'll be honest, sometimes it's nice to know some of the drama that personally people got going on, but I prefer to say, keep that off the show. We're talking about politics and those who are in the world of politics, like Donald Trump, President Biden, Kamala Harris. If you got personal issues, keep that wherever you got it from. All right. So yeah, you never know what's going to happen in the Thunderdome, Michael. And as always, it's a pleasure to have you up here.
Okay,
all right.
Thank you, brother.
Because Zeus has to get up out of here. We rocked and we rolled. All right. We drilled and we drilled.
And by the way,
yes.
Can I say one thing before you sign off, Zeus?
Yes, sir.
We had a little over 3,000 people joining you at time when you and I were just on.
Yes.
That number should be 300,000. The reason why I say that, and I do my show at night, so 9:30, 10 p.m. But the reason that I say it's important, share this with your friends. Make sure that everybody knows. Why? Because there will be a time, guaranteed, that something will go wrong. And we as a community need to be able to come together quickly in order to protect our rights. You don't want to see like what occurred to me, where I became the first political prisoner ever held by this country because I refused to waive my First Amendment constitutional right off of a fraudulent document. We don't want to see that happen to anybody. Not
Amen.
Not Democrat, makes far left, far right. I don't want to see it ever happen because it's unconstitutional.
Amen.
Share this with your friends.
Amen. Amen. W's in the chat, Michael Cohen. All right. Listen, I know it's hard, but you know what? You're right, Michael. We are going to be the reason that the change happens. And it's very important that despite all of our personal differences, we keep our eyes on the prize, which is saving this beautiful country. All right. All right.
Great to see you, brother.
Nice to see you, bro.
So long to all the hip hop, the hip hop brigade over here.
Yeah. No.
Oh, matter to him. I give him the 2 fingers.
Oh, wow! Get him, Michael. Yeah, listen. Don't later. W's in the chat again. Round of applause for Michael Cohen visiting the show. All right, that's something else, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, you just never know how it will go in the Thunderdome. I mean, Michael said a bunch of tough things. All right, some things I kind of said, maybe I don't agree with, but then the other things I said, get him, Michael. All right, again, round of applause for Michael. Yeah, my mom is definitely going to get on me, Michael. We're supposed to keep it clean on the show, but you just came up here and did what you did, and we'll talk about that. All right. But before I get up out of here, honestly, ladies and gentlemen, what a wonderful show. I didn't see that coming. It came like a train. All right, you all deserve a round of applause. You all deserve a round of applause. Boy, oh boy, I know some of you, I saw the anger some of you had out there, and rightfully so. All right, but the show must go on. But I also want to give a special round of applause to all the subscribers, to all the gifters, to all the panelists. Again, without all of you helping to make this show exciting, engaging, entertaining, it wouldn't be what it is. He might come back. Yeah, he might come back. He has a very unique perspective. I always say if you've worked for Donald Trump, you're willing to speak to the people. That's a very unique situation. But I also understand that there are some Zeus haters out there, and they know exactly who they are. They promote misinformation and disinformation on behalf of Vladimir Putin and the Kremlin. They worship Donald J. Trump and smell his dirty diaper, and they say all kinds of nasty things about me on this app as if they are true. They're not true. They're a bunch of lies. They're a bunch of misinformation and disinformation. All right, join me in giving them our final round of, you guessed it, booze and shame. I love you too. It is what it is.
Silence, you MAGA.
And to the Trump supporters out there, you won't be. You think you're having fun now? You think everything is fine? Once those mass deportations begin and those tariffs kick in, you'll be back and you'll be going, you know what, Zeus, you were right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. Take care and stay safe. I'm not upset. I'm not upset. You are. Ray, I'm happy you found it too. What a show. What a show. Thank you, everyone. I'll be back tomorrow. Same Zeus time, same Zeus channel. All right, let's go. Thank you, Angel. Woo! Don't the Democrats got to have the most fun? Thank you, Deb. Thank you, Deb. Yes. You got to be able to connect those dots. Woo! Let's go. Let's go. Hey, Janice, let's go. Hey. Woo. We may have lost the battle, but we didn't lose the war. You know how that goes. Right, Sticky Fingers? Yeah, it was an interesting show to say the least. Audit today. You know, it's something out there for everyone in this show. I know it was, all right? Soul as the days, thank you so much. Let's get it to Q-Dog. Somebody has to do this work. We don't give up. Catra, I agree. Tell him Q-Dog. You gotta be able to connect those dots. He's not starting World War III. You know who he is. Hey, let's go, Janice. Let's go. Angel, you see me going on vacation? Thank you. We're gonna drill, baby, drill. Hey, listen. Y'all gotta not take yourself so serious sometimes. It's Monday morning. We got a whole week to go. It's gonna be Thanksgiving. Lighten up, all right? And understand. Just be a good person and everything else will fall into place. And don't worry, we're gonna drill, baby, drill. We're gonna lower those taxes. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. Again, thank you everyone that came up here. W. Cabria, my sister, thank you so much. You're always so supportive. We're gonna lower your taxes. What a great show! What a great show! And W and Meredith. Thank you, Meredith. I also remembered I was supposed to check in with you, but Meredith, I do hope all is going well with you. And tomorrow we'll bring you up. All right. Let's get into some of this real quick. All right.
Let's go back to what they want.
Drill, baby, drill, and then we're out of here.
Can't help it. She's a radical left Marxist. She can't help it. But we're going to end that, and we will frack, and drill, baby. Drill.
That's right. We're going to drill so deep.
These guys, we're going to take out so much money. We're going to pay down our debt.
Right there.
We're going to lower your taxes.
We're going to lower your taxes.
Insane asylum.
Get 'em.
You know, they go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal Lecter.
Woo! Cabria! Right. Hey! Y'all should see it when I'm driving through the hood and I'm listening to this and I roll that window down. I like fracking very much. She can't help it. She's a radical left mark. She can't help it. And we will frack, and drill, baby, drill. You know, they look at me and they go, man, he is having a good time, you know, because I am. We're going to pay down the debt. We're going to lower your taxes. Insane asylum. You know, they go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal.
Drill, baby, drill. We're going to frack.
Come on in. Hey, we're gonna drill, baby, drill like it's Hannibal Lecter time. Let's go. Hey. Oh yeah, and then you go and get a burrito while you're listening to this. Oh my gosh, they turn up like you never would believe.
Insane asylums. You know, they go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal Lecter.
That's a cool person, by the way.
They say, why would he mention Hannibal Lecter?
Oh.
He must be cognitively in trouble.
Oh. Deep insane?
You know, they go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal. Drill,
Deep insane asylum. You know, they go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal. Hey, you gotta put 2 hands on it. Okay, I gotta get out of here. Y'all gonna turn me into something I don't want to be right now. I gotta get up out of here. All right, I hope you all enjoyed today's show. I'll be back tomorrow. Take care and stay safe out there in those TikTok streets. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do.